You're not part of the show no more. You're not part of the show right now. No, you're not part of the show right now. We'll get you in there in a minute. What's up, Girl Scouts? How's everybody doing? Welcome to the RC New Folks podcast. Tonight we are going to be. Hold on there, Earl. Let me.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. But we got Mr. Urban Legend on here tonight, folks. I don't know if y'all ever watched this fella's stuff, man. Epic, you know. And really, I run upon his channel whenever I was doing all my research and stuff about RC way before I thought about being a YouTuber. And I really liked the way that he was doing his podcast and stuff. And I sort of modeled a lot of my stuff after him, but in my own little way. He doesn't know this, so he's just here at the same time as you all are. But got some really good stuff, man. This dude builds some stuff. He races some stuff. He does these daggone speed challenges. They're epic. I'm talking, guys. These guys are getting cars going fast. He's got guys coming on his podcast, Unknown. I mean, let's see, Just Bashing, J-Man. He's always in the chat. Shoot, my brain's going blank. Let's just bring this fella on and he can help me add to that list. Y'all bear with me. I'm using my phone now, and I ain't got no headphones. I ain't got no audio equipment. I ain't got no sound effects. And this camera, me, just ain't getting along right now. What's up, brother?
Audio check. Like it sounded very weird, like an echo and some stuff cracking.
Earl, turn your earphones off. Got it now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. His earbuds sometimes will mess up and it'll cause the echo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't want to say nothing when you was talking, but yeah, it was a little weird echo the whole time. But how's everybody doing?
Right. And it's always something that if I don't have something turned on wrong, my phone does, or my computer will do something, or my phone to do something. But other than that, how you been, man?
I've been doing pretty good, man. How you been doing, man?
I can't complain none. You won't want to hear it anyway. Got your own shit you got to worry about. But
hey,
we were talking there a minute ago before we started about that 3D printing stuff, man. I thought that was cool as heck, building them shock tires and stuff. I was wondering how they held up on the durability of them, and you said they're doing good.
Yeah, well, actually, they were shock covers to actually cover the shocks for the buggy style cars. The buggy style cars, they got the exposed shock towers and the exposed shocks. So if you crash it, basically you mess up your shocks and your shock tower. But with this cover, it'll keep you from breaking your shocks as easy as it would just without it.
It's not hitting on top of the shock right there where it bolts in, causing the forces to flex it and break. And I got you. Heck
exactly.
That's pretty sweet. And that you said that wheelie bar you made was pretty good. Now, what'd you make it for?
I made a wheelie bar for a vintage Traxxas Rustler.
Oh, that Rustler day, dude! Y'all gotta go watch that. Hey, this is the trucks that I saw back whenever I was not into RCs. Was like, oh man, but it's got a mechanical speed control, not an ESC. This some gun's got a throttle, got a servo, and he can tell you more about it because he's done it. But yeah, it's cool. And there's probably a lot of y'all watching that have seen that stuff before because y'all's old and like me, but I just missed out for about 30 years. This thing's cool, man. That thing's cool. Now, that's a B1, right?
Yes, that's the version 1 Traxxas Rustler. Of course, they did have they had options from what I understand. You could get the rotary mechanical or you could get the electronic speed controls. So it was a difference in between the two. But actually, I bought this thing with the intentions to tear it apart. I mean, really, just tear it apart, demolish it. Because I don't know if y'all have seen this before. Let me show you this. I started in on this project right here, and I ran it across the road. Some of you guys that been to the live stream already know, but I started building a 3-wheeler, 3D printed 3-wheeler with a Traxxas Rustler rear end. Okay. Now, this is my brushless Traxxas Rustler, right? And I was like, hey, I want to still be able to drive my car. So I bought that rustler thinking that I could take that rear end off and put it on here. But when I saw that rotary mechanical speed control, I said,
dude,
nah, this one right here definitely deserves to live its glory days out the way it's meant to be, you know, without changing it.
Right. Man, that thing's sweet. I was on the live where you was talking about there, I think last week about that. And whenever I was young, one of the only hobby grade RCs I had was the Honda 350 Big Bear 4-wheeler. Have you ever seen one? They're about a 12 scale. Man, that was wicked, but I didn't know how to work on them, and that's whenever I got out of the hobby. Whenever I was a kid, to tell you the truth, because I jumped it off of a porch. It was about this high, and it came down, man, and it twisted them arms and broke it, and I didn't have anybody to help me with it. Let me see if I can get this chat up here where we can see it a little easier.
Oh, I'm looking at it. I got my other phone out.
Oh, okay. Now, does that bother you there if I overlay it?
No, I can't see it.
Okay.
Oh, I can see it now. Oh, yeah, that's fine.
It just
that's fine. That's even better.
There. You know,
that's even better.
Us up there a little bit.
Yeah. I was just.
Oh yeah.
I was speaking to the folks
here trying to read. I'm an idiot. Oh man.
What's going on? What's going on, Coffee Cup? Why you so nosy? Man. Big Izzy, Waffles, Earl. How y'all doing? Just hanging out with the Dub Meister.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you what, dude. I'm glad you came on. I really appreciate it. Give me just one more second here so I can actually read and see what's going on. Where is my mute?
Hey, Dub V. Dub V, if you get a 3D printer, you'll be crazy. I'm telling you, you'll be printing so many chassis, so many bodies. You'll be doing so many. You'll have 1,000 SX24s. I guarantee.
Oh, I swear.
Because all it'll take is one. After you do your first print, after you get your first file, you upload your first file, you will be hooked. I'm telling you, hooked.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I already am. I'm working with Nathan Warner. Met him up on Facebook in the groups and stuff, and he's been working on this chassis here, which is the shooter chassis. I'll tell you what, this thing is 3 layers, PLA thick. Okay, the cab comes off; it's a separate piece, so you can put a body on this thing if you wanted to. It's got tailgate. It's an NSC RC shooter chassis. He also's got a big ass grill on it. Now these are some of the earlier ones. The one he's got out now has headlight buckets in the front of it. Give it a little bit of scale action, you know. I've scaled this one up a little bit, made it look a little bit better. Put me some hologram windows in it. I got run BOA, redneck BOA, epoxy to Velcro strap to the servo. But it's got
see, that's what I like. I like to see real performance crawlers, like crawlers that really can perform.
Yeah, this right here, you know, these came off a little basher. These mirrors did, and we was worried about knocking them off because they're just super glued on there. I ain't knocked them off yet. Now, Mr. Mofo Nick, he gave me this coolers back here in the back. I put it in there because that's where I'm going to put my receiver, because there's not a whole lot of room up inside this cab, especially whenever I get this little thing back up in there at Goop RC. Outrunner motor. Sorry, I get a hold of it, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man, these things slow crawl like you wouldn't believe. But I'll go ahead and tell you one thing. It's one RC new tip for everybody. Don't use an 800 lumen hat light for your RC cars. They draw way too much power for a 20 amp or 30 amp ESC to be trying to put out, and it will smoke it in a heartbeat.
Wow.
Ask me how I know. 2 and 20 minutes.
Hey, I guarantee you figured that out within 10 minutes.
Well, I figured it out in about 20 minutes on 2 of them. I thought I was killing my battery, and it was. It was killing my battery, and it killed my ESCs. But $51 for motor, transmission, and ESC on Amazon. And I'll tell you, slow crawl is beautiful with this thing. Now, I did a lot of the links and stuff on this. We've got another chassis coming out here hopefully next week called the Bullet, and it's more like a Texoma or a Prophet style chassis. So be ready for that. What's up, Mr. Landon? I see you in the chat. We got Coffee Cup, Big Izzy. Hey, man.
What's going on, Lyndon?
That's the reason I like your people, man.
Big Izzy just unboxed a new rig. That's what I'm talking about, Big Izzy.
Oh, sweet. Heck yeah. I'm trying, guys, with this. Everything's all different because of my computer taking a crap on me, so I apologize. What got you in the hobby? Just being a kid and getting into it, or?
Well, of course, as a kid, I was all into RCs. I mean, I'm talking about now. I'm about to show a little age on me, fellas. RCs with the cords on it, the stompers, things like that. The ones that had the switch on it like a flashlight. The ones that had the push button, the 2 push buttons. The one that had the little stern wheel, had the 1 button with the stern wheel on it, where you can push the button and it go forward, then push it again and it go backwards. It had the little stern wheel on it, and it was round. How it had the cord going down to it. I mean, had the little airplanes that you swing them around. It was on the cord. Like, dude, like really? Yeah, like I was into it from a kid, but growing up, of course, I kind of drifted away from it. Then I started back buying RCs, you know what I mean, in the later years. I say about late 90s, I started buying the Radio Shack cars.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't want to buy the full-on hobby grade cars. I was buying the Radio Shack cars. So I was buying them, and then bought them for a while, then kind of drifted away, you know, from the hobby. Right. And then, you know, years later, here we have it. I'm back full throttle. But what really got me back into it full throttle this time, honestly, was I won some drones and some RC cars, and I started making RC car content. But I was always watching the RC guys. Like, my channel was a support channel for for at least a year or two before I even made a video at all. Maybe even longer than that. I can't even remember.
Hey, Landon, that's for you, bud. I kid. I gotta miss them Eagles fans, man. You know. Oh shoot, he just got me back for that one.
Yes, sir. Big Izzy said I never had one as a kid. I had Transformers and He-Man. Man, Transformers. Listen, Transformers, He-Man, and G.I. Joe.
Yep.
The greatest American hero. Y'all already know.
I'm telling you. Dude, I had the big Chinook helicopter. I had the F-17 or the F-16. I had the hovercraft. Oh, yeah. You know, had all them. And I played with my toys a lot harder than you're supposed to. Like, you know, most of my G.I. Joes ended up looking like most all little girls' Barbies did. No hands, no arms, no legs, head missing, you know. Now, whenever you was talking about them push button remotes, you know, like that, did them still have the wires hooked to it?
Yes, they had the wire hooked up to it.
Okay, so you are about my age then. I won't tell you your age. I won't tell mine either.
Oh, I'm almost a 50 ball. I don't mind. I'm 2 years away.
In 2 years,
in 2 years, I'll be 50. I'm 48 right now.
You're 77 model 2 then.
Yes, sir. I'm a 77 baby. I don't mind telling nobody. Like, it is what it is.
I wasn't gonna tell nobody business, you know. I'm a May baby, so I just turned 48.
Yes, sir. February, baby. February.
You got me by 3 months. I hear you. Hey, now,
Wild Bill, what's going on?
Whenever you're setting up these speed challenges and stuff, man, how do you end up setting them up? You just tell everybody what to do it.
Trash talking in the fun zone. Ask the guys out there. You see them out there. Ask them how them speed challenges started. It wasn't me. Listen, it was all trash talking. And the first speed challenge started, I didn't even have nothing to do with it. It was Lyndon, Louie, and Corey. It all started with them three. With the Typhon versus the 114. It started with them, and then it snowballed. Like, that went through the wintertime. Then when of course, when the wintertime was going on, we couldn't really get outside. Everybody was saying about this car and that car. So, hey, you know, once the weather broke, we decided, hey, let's go ahead and do some speed challenges. Everybody can get out and have some fun. because there's so many people that hang out over there. A lot of the guys have a lot of different cars, which most of the cars meet the criteria for some of the speed challenges. So, hey, and of course, they're consistently adding speed challenges. I think they just added another one just last night. Linden, I think you added another one just last night, didn't you?
Now, did you figure out if that was Corey messing with your background last night?
I don't know. I don't think he's actually doing anything. He may just be logging in, and it just may be kicking it out. But every time he show up, of course, it disappears.
I thought that was funny. I mean, literally, dude, you was just sitting there talking about it. I was like, dang, Beetlejuice and Corey got the same daggone call. You know, you said talk about them early come.
Hey, so as soon as that background disappears, I know he's back. I know he's clicking around somewhere back there.
I hear you. So, you know, I've only been back in the hobby for just about a year and a half. I missed out on a lot of cool old stuff, and you know, I missed out on almost every bit of Traxxas. Them coming up and making their name and stuff. You know, I mean, I'd see it on TV or commercials every now and then.
And suing people.
Yeah. I was talking about that earlier.
Hey, they consistently suing people, boy. They don't play.
I can't believe that stuff. Did I hear you say who all did you say was in chat there a while ago? I heard Waffles and
we got Coffee Cup, Wild Bill, RC, Big Izzy. We got Linden. We got Waffles. We got I said Coffee Cup. We got Why You So Nosy. We got
what's up,
Earl's RC.
Mr. Jason Earl, he's hiding backstage, I think.
Yes,
you
sir.
Still in there, Earl?
It said and Thundercats. Oh man, I never had the Thundercats. I wanted them so bad.
I had him and oh shoot, I had them all.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you the ones I wanted and I never got. Thundercats, I always wanted Panthro and the Thunder Tank.
Yep.
And I always, of course, Lionel. Yep, and I always wanted them daggone Silverhawks, man.
Yeah.
Them elusive Silverhawks.
Dude, you had to be somebody to get some of them. You know what I mean? They were hard to get.
Yeah.
Now I had a bunch of the G.I. Joe figures that a lot of people didn't have. And I had like Refrigerator Perry. He was hard to get.
Oh wow, yeah. He was a mail-in send-off, wasn't he? Didn't you have to mail in something to get him?
Dude, it's been so long I can't remember.
I think he was, if I'm not mistaken.
I remember something about that. I think you're right because
him and the original
her into ordering it for writing in for me.
RC Granny, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, Granny? How is it across the big old pond?
Oh yeah, Voltron. Him and the original Sergeant Slaughter were the mail-ins.
See, I had a Sergeant Slaughter one too. Now I always liked that show Mask, those toys. Did you have any of those?
What'd you say?
The Mask. Have you did you ever mess with any of those toys?
The mask.
Yeah, they were a lot like oh shoot. They had their helmets that come down and then their cars would turn into stuff. You had the Gullwing, looked like a DeLorean a little bit. And
I don't think I had any of them.
Oh, dude, that was a kick-ass little toy set there. Sort of like Transformers and G.I. Joe had a baby.
Nice, Big Izzy. I can't wait to see it. Costs under $140.
What is it?
I think it's
I
think it's a bison. It's a bison. It's a bison.
Oh, I got you.
I think I saw the community post, a bison.
Yeah. I saw somebody said that there's a Valkyrie on sale for $249.
$259.99.
$259. Okay. I thought I might have been crazy. Okay, but I didn't see it. Y'all have seen it here. I'm not totally crazy.
Yeah, Voltron. I had the Voltron that you couldn't take apart. I never had that big one where you had to where you had all the cats where you could put them together and actually create it. I had the one that was already fully assembled.
See,
I wanted that big one though. Definitely.
I started working on him. Now, what other? It was the Transformers that did that. Okay, too. Yeah, I started on the Voltron. I didn't get him finished, But I did have the dyno bots, or no, it was a constructor bots.
Constructicon.
Destructicons, yeah. Destructicons, yeah. That no, my cousin had that when I had the Autobot version. I can't remember which one it was. Well, Dinobots, wasn't it?
Yeah, Dinobots.
Okay, yeah. That's which one I had. And oh man, I miss the old toys. I'm still using parts of my old toys as my indoor course decorations and stuff, like and structure. Actually, I even use it on my RC bodies that I'm working on. Underneath that tape right there is a piece of slot car track off of a cliffhanger, the one that went up the wall, slot car track.
Oh wow!
But I've been working on this one a little bit. It's a Barbie, convertible bug from like the dollar store or something, Walmart, and I've been redneck to fine her up a little bit. Let me see here if I can get a little bit better light.
Yeah, sir. Grimlock was your favorite. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Grimlock is badass.
Wild Bill, I did hear it was the Big Rock was on the 500. I heard it was like 450. I think that's what Watt said in the private chat earlier.
Really? 450?
Let me see. Big Rock 6S 450 smoking hot deal. That's what he said earlier.
Dang. That thing's normally what, 650 or something, ain't it?
Yeah, it's normally pretty high. Hey, yeah. I think they're trying to get some sales, man. A lot of people been avoiding buying. Some people have. I know I have. Hey, because this was my latest purchase, this thing here. And I don't plan on buying much else this year.
Really?
I'm building and printing. I'm a 3D printing monster now, guys.
Hey, dude, I'll tell you what. Now, what printer are you running?
I'm running the Bamboo Labs A1 Mini.
A1 Mini. Okay. Now, I've heard a lot of good stuff about those. Roughly, to get into, basically to make RC parts, would you say that'd be probably about the best way to go is with one of the Bamboos? I mean, I know you can go cheaper with and still get good machines, but they're not going to have all the features like, the cool tables and all that.
All of them. Now, pretty much, I'm going to tell you what somebody told me when I was looking for a printer. They said pretty much every printer that's out right now, plug and play. You can basically just start printing within 5 minutes, most of them.
Okay.
The reason why I was leaning more toward this one, now I'm not going to say this one is better than any of them. Like, I feel like all of them are pretty much on the even playing field because most of them have the same electronics in them.
Right.
If you think about it. But this one right here, I can print from my phone or from the computer. And it's like, hey, if I can print from my phone, if I can find files and just send it straight from my phone straight to the printer, that's a lot easier.
Oh, that's sweet. I mean, that's like if you even had to leave or something and go, you already had the printer set up and didn't have the time to, load the program up and do it. You could do it as long as your printer was hooked to the internet, right?
You can turn the camera on and see what's on the printer and everything.
Oh, man. See, I wished I would have stayed into the computers back whenever I was a dumb kid. Didn't know that I was actually learning something that would be very beneficial the rest of my life. I was writing.
Yeah, you can turn the printer on and look at it and look at how far you got with your print. If it start failing, you can actually stop it. If if you run out of filament, it'll actually send you a notification to know that the filament is running out.
Right. I hear you. Yeah, trying to read the chat there, and I just can't do it. Either way, I'm gonna have to get this computer fixed. That's pretty cool.
Awesome, Big Izzy. I definitely will. Definitely.
So
yeah, the only reason I like
with the Bamboo 3s, I mean, what are you looking at getting into one of them?
What you mean?
Like how much it gonna run you to get into doing 3D printing with?
It was on sale for $2. Well, when this thing first got released, RC Driver Online, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
He did a video. This thing was $199.
Right.
I saw the video. It was like 2 days later. I got paid. I said, I'm about to buy it.
Right.
Tried to buy it. They were out of stock. Boom. So I said, it's not meant for me to have one right now. I'm gonna wait.
Right.
I waited until recently. about 3 weeks ago.
I was gonna say it's been under a month, hasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, about 3 weeks ago I bought this. But I was going to buy the Armor Notorious, but when I got ready to buy the Armor Notorious, the price went up. Had gone up almost $100, and I was like, man, I refuse to pay that. So then I said, let me check and compare the price between the Notorious and the printer. It has the printer went up the extra $100.
Right.
So I checked. It was $379 on Bamboo Lab site, $379 on all these sites except for one site had it for $269. So I said, hold on, $269, let me buy it now. I bought it, shipped it onto the house, paid $312 to my door. Man, I'm happy with it. It does have a small plate, so I can't print as many big items as I would like, but I have learned that you can cut it in half and glue it together. Jeez,
that's the funniest thing in the world, that they made something that you can daggone stick two things together with, ain't it?
Look at this right here.
Dude, I really was gonna. There's too many people in the chat talking about that. That is awesome. I'm building one myself, but it's not 3D printed. I've got an old hull that I got off a friend on a trade. That is sweet. Now, how long and how wide is that?
Let me get my tape measure. I can tell you exactly.
I can't remember. I'm pretty sure you measured it on your live and said, give us a rough estimate, but I'm just wondering how close it is to mine.
I can't remember this.
Because to be honest with you, I'm going to wait until you put that thing in the water and test it out, because I want to watch and see if I got to go that big of a rotor on it or not.
12 by 5.5.
12 by 5.5. All right. And that thing probably don't weigh but what, half a pound?
Right the electronics weigh more than anything.
Yeah,
the battery that I got in it right now, because I put a 3S battery in it.
Oh yeah. Have you already taken it out?
In my living room and in my kitchen.
Hey, that's the thing, buddy. Them swamp boats, it don't matter if they got water under them or not. They go.
I tried to drive it in my front yard in the grass, but it was just too much resistance and it wouldn't go anywhere. But it's kicking off heck of wind on 3S. Man, I'm telling you, it's like the motor, all this right here moves back. It kicked back slightly.
Now, what size motor are you running?
This is a 1400 kV motor.
Okay. All right. So now, is that brushed or brushless?
Oh, this brushless. It's brushless. Okay. I'm sorry.
All right. See, Waffles, that's how you make boats float, is to make them out of plastic, something that don't weigh too much. I got to pick on him, man. He'd make a badass boat. It's making him a pontoon boat.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be real nice.
Oh, dude,
I was looking at a pontoon boat to try to print, but like I said, my plate is so small, I can only print so much. And when I printed this out, I had to cut it in half.
So you made half of the whole.
It's actually 3 sections, right? This section right here is one section by itself, and this right here is filled in, but this is the actual boat from here to here is the actual boat. So I had to cut it in half for it to fit my build plate.
Well, I got
and then I just glued it back together.
Well, that looks pretty good.
And I put my little goons up there on the front.
Right. I'm sorry, but I gotta read it because 30 inches of steel. Hey, it's awesome. We were just giving you a hard time, or I was just giving you a hard time, Bub, because you was having a hard time, and I understand. But
yeah, I got this one too.
The other day, me and Waffles was, and I told him, I said, I said that trigonometry sucks. He said, well, I didn't even end up using it. I said, well, you actually did, because you made something float out of steel. I said, you had to figure out something.
Oh yeah, definitely. If you made something float out of steel, you definitely figured out something.
Dude. I'll tell you what, man. I'm so glad for the RC community and the people that I've met, like you, Waffles, everybody here in the chat that I know. I mean, everybody that I've seen so far. I know. What's up, Jim's RC and Bikes? And let's see who else real quick while I can actually see this. Oh, of course, it's not going to show it.
They asked him, can you drop the Waffles link in the chat?
Yeah, I can probably get Alex to do that. if he can figure it out. If not, I can. I'm using Restream, and I'm really it all the way yet. It's not like StreamYard. Click on their picture and do it.
They probably have to do it.
Trying
Like
to
one of your
figure it out.
mods, I probably have to do it from the YouTube chat.
Yeah.
Dwayne, what's going on? Welcome into
Right.
the live. How you doing?
Yeah, and where I'm using this phone, I'm not good at it yet, but if Alex or Jason will do it for me, I'm sure we'll get it figured out. Sorry, I had to start thinking. There goes, as soon as you start thinking, there goes your brain not wanting to think. What you got there in your hand? Do you have a truck? Yeah, nice. Now see this boy right here. He don't just do fast stuff. He does crawler stuff too.
You know what this is right here?
That's an R60 Toyota Endure body. Now,
What's
let me see
underneath?
here.
You know what that is underneath?
I'm working on it. That's a Red Cat Ascent 18.
No, sir. I'm gonna give you one more guess. I'm gonna give you another guess.
Chat, y'all better help me out here, because wait a minute.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you the whole body.
Okay, that right there is that's that one I was asking you about today, wasn't
it? Exactly.
Okay, all right. So that's that JJRC, or how you say their name again?
All-Star AX8560.
All-Star, yeah. Dude, Earl showed me that on the interwebs. That's the next body, or that's the next truck I'm getting. That man, how can you beat that truck? It's the same thing as a TRX 4M with a bigger motor and wider axles, which you're already going to do that anyway if you get a crawler. It's a third of the price. Some of the parts work off the Traxxas.
This thing was $38 on Temu.
Yep, I'm talking
about $38 shipped to your door.
Now, and that was the ready to run. That it wasn't just
the ready to run with the orange body. The orange body somewhere. I don't know where it's at.
Right. Yeah,
it had the orange body on it, and I swapped out the body, put these wheels on here, and I put that bind pin in there. So
you can get your brake, or so you eliminate the brake reverse neutral.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome. You can get the roller, which has the three, same motor and everything. It just doesn't have a body, and it doesn't have the ESC. And there's something
it's super expensive now. It's crazy expensive.
But you can get it for $45 on Amazon. Now, if you go on to AliExpress, you can get it a lot cheaper. The cheapest I found.
Oh no, AliExpress prices have gone through the roof, my friend.
Well, I've just been checking them there lately, like in the past 2 days, and you can get the ready to run. I mean, yeah, it's more. It's $55. You can get the ready to run. You can get the ready to run with the 2-speed transmission for $55. $45 is what you can get the regular ready to run with the regular transmission. I was just checking it there because I signed up for their affiliate program, and of course, you go look, see what all they got. And Earl had me looking for that one anyway. I'm buying it next week. I'm buying that roller. I've already got a receiver and transmitter, and I've got an ESC coming. So, that's awesome. I've got actually a couple brushed ESCs here that I can use. It's not going to be. They're not a great crawler ESC, but it's the stock WPL ESC that comes in the C21s and 74s and 24, all those. It just don't have a real good slow crawl, but I can make it run.
Nice, Jim. Jim said he just hey, I got a Typhon Grom, y'all. Nice, Jim.
Thanks, Earl. Oh, really? New Grom, huh?
Yes, sir. Big Izzy said I just ordered two 6,000 milliamp hour 4S lipos from Temu for $70. That is nice.
Dang.
Dwayne and Big Izzy about to make me hungry. Talking about T-bones and briskets.
Oh, whoa, now. Y'all don't.
Yeah, they about to make everybody hungry. Talking about T-bones and briskets.
Now, where are them boys located at again? We might have to hop a bus. I hear Brisket, you know.
Brisket, he in Tennessee. He not far.
Oh, he's right in between me and you then. See, I don't know why, but whenever I started watching you, I thought you was up there with Landon and all of them, and everybody up there in Philly and East, New Jersey way over there.
Yeah,
And,
no, I'm in North Carolina. Like everybody on the panel, all the guys that come hang out over there, we all from different places. None of us are in the same place. None of us.
Okay. All right. Well, that's where I got really confused at. I have that from time to time. But we was talking about that food, and you said you was a bow hunter, and you do any fishing?
Absolutely.
What kind of fishing y'all do down there in the hills, North Carolina?
Man, anything that hit the hook.
There you go. Now, do y'all have native brown? Y'all have native brown trout down there?
Yeah, we have. I've never really been trout fishing. I never even been to the rivers and stuff to try to target trout.
The reason I was wondering, I know we have natives up here, but they're not in all of our streams.
I'm more of a try to go for bass, bluegill, or crappie. Let me get them. Let me get some panfish.
North Carolina, and you said bluegill. You didn't say brim.
Man, listen.
I'm gonna take your southern card away from you. Hey, I don't call them brim either, brother. I call them bluegill too. I don't know what them old boys down there.
Depends on who I'm talking to.
Right.
Depends on who I'm talking to. What words I use as far as that fish.
Hey, Swain, quit pecking on me, by golly. I can click them. Woo, naked chicken.
Man said,
come on.
He gonna take my southern card because I didn't say brim. Oh my god. Jeez.
I had to do it, man. I mean, I can't do it either. I can't call them brim because we never called them that. We call them bluegill sunfish. Pumpkin-eyed sunfish, big old red.
Bluegills, red-eyed sunfish, red ears.
See, we call him rock bass. About the little bass right there, red back here.
Now the ones that got the bluegill, basically the bluegill with the red behind the ear, the red ears.
Yep.
Basically, sunfish. All the sunfish, the panfish. Basically just panfish.
Yeah, eating fish. Good fight and stuff. Now there's a lot of people don't like eating bluegill or sunfish because they're worried about them bones. I'll tell you what, my granny, son, she could cook them daggone things. You never know there's a bone in them. It didn't even feel like a 10. I mean, and I don't like fish, but I love sunfish.
I'm gonna tell you what I really like. I like going out to the coast, doing fishing in the sound for them red drum. Drum and them sheepheads. Now that's some good eating. That's some good eating, friend.
I got a little story to tell you about being in North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Whiting. Yes, sir.
We was surf fishing. Well, we started surf fishing right, about 7 or 8 o'clock in the evening. Still daylight. Tide was out. I ain't never been around no daggone ocean and fished before. I didn't know how long tide was gonna be out, how long it was gonna be in. Well, we was out on the sandbar and we just was fishing. We was surf fishing with our bait on us. Tide come in. Tide come in, dude, and it got to about right here. And we're fishing, surf fishing, and catching sand sharks in water this deep. You ever seen somebody walking across the top of the water, son? Whenever I turned around and looked, I was 300 yards offshore. Oh, my God. I finally figured out how dumb I was, and I'll tell you what. We had to swim through a big old deep spot to even get out of there, dude. And you know where the largest tiger shark ever caught was? North Myrtle Beach, Cherry Point Pier. Back in the 40s or 50s. The largest tiger shark ever caught in the United States. And I was fishing about a quarter mile south of that in this deeper water with squid. Real big.
Well, them bull sharks are the ones you really got to worry about.
Oh, yeah, dude. They're the mean ones. That's where the movie Jaws come from. It wasn't over Great White. It was over that, that river right there in New Jersey. I can't remember, but it was back in the 20s. Yeah, man. Them bull sharks, man. They found them all the way up in Cincinnati, right here above me. Almost
Oh,
all the way into Lake. Shoot, what's the farthest lake over by Michigan? Superior. At the base of its overflows. Bull sharks, they can live in whatever water they want to. They've got a gland.
They can go up. They can go up they can go up the rivers. They can leave the ocean and go in the rivers.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They found them up all the way up in by Cincinnati, in the Ohio River.
Well, they found great whites in the river too. I mean, so
yeah, they
smaller ones.
They don't handle it as well as the bull sharks do, from what I hear. Now, if they do it as a young pup, they can last longer, but they don't have that gland. Like there's a couple other sharks that can do it too, that can actually live in pretty much fresh water all their life. And if they're born in fresh water, you can't put them back in seawater. I've learned a little bit of that. I got a little bit of useless knowledge.
Big Izzy asking for Jim Link. Jim said, I'm making my typhoid into a truggy tomorrow. Big Izzy said, I caught an alligator gar and it scared the chastity out of me.
Hey, you lucky to get that son of a gun to stick on your hook, man. Them things got a metal mouth on them. It's like you can't hardly catch them. I mean, when you do it.
Them gator gars are just like them deer. Them back straps are better than anything on them. I'm telling you. The back strap on, man, the back strap on anything is the best thing on it, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's the most tender thing on any animal, man. That back strap, I'm telling you, I don't care what it is.
Yep. That's where you get the best cuts off of a cow at. You know, that's where your prime rib and your New York strip. Well, you know, it's just farther down the back end of the cow, but it's up there on the back. So, I always ask you this question: what's your best advice for somebody new into the hobby to do? Now, you know, we went through going through searching YouTube, you know, before you go buy anything, and not to listen to everybody. You know, you want to find something that you want and then go look. What's your best advice for somebody new in the hobby?
What, as far as what do you mean? Is trying to start a YouTube channel or
no? Just
going to buy their first car.
Just playing with cars. Yeah. You got me into.
I gotta get you. Even though we on your live stream, I gotta get you. We don't play with cars. We drive them. Tell them people in the chat. We don't play with cars. We drive them. That's first thing first. We don't play with them. We drive them.
Make a good point, and you did get me.
All right.
Yep.
What advice would I give somebody that's looking to buy a car? Research the car thoroughly. Don't trust every video you watch. A lot of the larger channels are those videos are sponsored, so it's kind of hard to believe somebody with a sponsored video.
Sort of skews their
now you can watch a video for reference.
Yep.
But as far as the uncut truth, I would go to smaller channels, watch smaller channels, and see what they have to say about the car. Because it's different when somebody spend their money on a car versus somebody getting it for free.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. 100%.
So
you know, I mean,
those are two different things. So you will have. I see you, Dwayne. Oh my God. You know, I don't use the L word. I let him do it. I'm not doing it.
What is it?
And we tell them to take that back across the pond. That's from over there across the pond.
Oh, yeah. Now, speaking of that, that's a pretty good little segue. I just booked one of them fellers from across the pond today. He's a friend of one of them big channels over there. Yes, mate. He's one of Kevin Talbot's buddies. I booked him on the show here pretty soon. Next month or so. Yeah. Dang it, man. I wish he'd quit doing that, man. Y'all seen it in? He went right through my head.
You said, are you right about that, Waffles? Build, drive, bake, break, repeat.
Yeah. You missed break kicking.
That's what I said. Build, drive, break, repeat. Jim said I fish in Kentucky Lake all the time. It's nice. Awesome.
Oh yeah. I used to hit Grayson Lake up all the time. Because I'm not far from Grayson. That's sweet. Get some big fish down there.
Because he said what did he say? Waffles, I only break my cars in my backyard for some reason.
Well, it's because you know you can fix it there,
Oh
Big
my
Easy. You're right
God.
there by your tools.
Hey,
you ain't got to take all your tools with you.
Honestly, it's probably because I don't know. Well, I'm gonna be honest. It's one park that I go to. Every time I go to that park, I break my car. That's why, trust me, y'all only see that park every now and then. And y'all gonna see that park only on slow cars. Y'all will never see
the
that
one
car
you
on a dash.
bouncing that one off the fence of?
No, the one where the last video where I was jumping my Typhon.
Okay.
I was jumping my Typhon up. Every time I jump a car up there in that field, I mess it up.
I hear you.
It's because because it's on it's like this, like slope, and then I'm trying to set my ramp up there. So the ramp is kind of cocked, and when I hit the ramp, I'm going in the air cock, and when I land, I gotta kind of, I'm landing on one side it anyway, so one side gonna come down first. So it's like, it's all messed up, I bring it on myself. But hey, it's all about having fun. I'm gonna go out there. I don't care if I break my car or not. I'm going out there to have fun. That's what I go out there to do. Do I go out there with intentions to break my car? Absolutely not. But will I grenade one? Yes, I will.
Did you read right there what I just put up there? Mr. Jim said, I jumped my Typhon Grom off a garage roof today, and it survived. Now,
awesome. I saw Jim when he said he's gonna turn his Grom into a truggy. That's gonna be cool.
Yeah. Now I got a question. Is it built by Rob, or who is it that's on your show all the time that's jumping them daggone cars like millions of feet? Jumps it all off the like the car like a car parking lot, and it's got a building and he goes over. Is that I swear it does, or it looks like it goes over. Man, I've been trying to remember who it was all day.
I don't know, but I can tell you who do a lot of jumping. Just bashing it.
Yeah, I know Just Bashing does.
RC Hotspot does a lot of jumping. Watt does a lot of jumping. Them three dudes, they do a lot of hard bashing. A lot of hard bashing.
Yeah, well, I just know one thing. I seen somebody, and it was a daggone Creighton or something, man. But they was all the way back in the parking lot, and they hit that sucker, and it went plumb over that building, and it was like 50 feet past that building wherever it landed. I was like, that's the longest jump I ever seen in my life. That's wild.
Oh no, that's
Kamikaze, maybe. Yes.
Yeah, no, Kamikaze never been on my channel.
Okay, well,
Kamikaze does a lot of a lot of stunts, man.
Yeah, maybe it is him. Maybe I was wrong. I've been known to be that way before.
I put a short up of it coming off the roof. Nice.
Sweet. Now,
can somebody drop Jim link in the chat?
Yeah, please. If somebody can, guys. Everybody, meet the. Wait a minute. Quit, dang it. All right, I got to get my daggone. I got to get my computer fixed. This is getting on my nerves.
Hey, you just haven't had enough time to play with it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to play with it a little bit.
Everybody meet the mastermind behind Sandwich, by the way. He's the one that just wrote that. That's Mr. Nathan Warner right there. He's the one that come up with this piece of machinery right here and that squishy stuff behind these eyes. Awesome rig, guys. If y'all want to get one, let me know. Pretty good deals on them right now. He and he's got, like I said, he's got a comp chassis he's working out. It's like, if you would look at it, you would think it was a Prophet and a Texoma rig. Had a really, really, really weird weekend, and there might have been another hard park rig in the mix of it. Okay, that's the only way I can explain it. There isn't anything else out there that looks like it, and I saw a little sneak peek today of how it performs. it's gonna be a pretty nice little rig, y'all. It's going to be fun. And NSCRC on Facebook, or come to my YouTube channel, and I've always got links in there. Now on that, this is how my brain works. You remember those Family Circus comics where he's all the way around, going all the way around the yard and this, right, and the other, just to get to the spot where he's right at? That's the way my brain works. Thanks, Earl. I was getting back to the 3D printed stuff. How hard is it to learn the CAD programming to do it? Is it that hard? I did a little bit of CAD back when we were in school, but I didn't do it much. I didn't take it for a class. I was just doing it in the shop class, messing around with it.
Say that again.
Like to build the, to build this chassis right here. How hard is it to learn how to input it into the computer?
If somebody,
are you doing that?
Making your own files?
Yeah. That's what. Yeah, that word.
I'm not that. I haven't got that far yet.
Okay.
To make my own files.
And getting files, putting them in, and then adapting them the way you want them.
Yes. Basically, I'm taking files and I'm slicing them, cutting them in half so that they can fit my build plate.
Right.
I'm not really doing any modifications to them, but I have learned how to do slight modifications. Now, if I had to reprint this boat right now, I figured out that I could put raised lettering right here. I could have put Urban Legend RC down the side of this boat and raised lettering. But I didn't know I could do that. But now I know I can do that. So it's like,
okay,
it's a learning process, and it's like you're not gonna learn everything overnight.
And 3D do you have to have a lot of computer knowledge to do it, or is it pretty?
No, as long as you know how to click. Hey, you know how to click on restream.
Right.
That's all you need to know how to do.
Well, see, that's what I was going to say. It's pretty much like Windows. You can always back out of something. You don't always have to keep going forward until you're at that last point to where you say print. And then whenever you say print, it goes. You can stop it. Now, can you adjust or anything while it's running?
No. Not that I know of.
Think you could.
Well, if you have several different items, say I have 10 items on the build plate, and I see one of them starting to fail, right? Or I realize I already printed that item off and I want to skip the item. I can go in the settings on my phone, because like I said, I can start printing from my laptop, right? But I can control it from my phone. So if while I'm printing, say I want to stop printing certain items that's on the build plate. Say I want to take out 3 items when I'm printing 10. I can click and take those 3 items out while it's printing, and it'll just skip those 3 items for the rest of the print.
All right, now that's good to know. That is good to know. But you don't think you can change, like if you saw something that was getting ready to come up, like it was going to mess your print up because it wasn't put in there right, you can't stop it and change it then, can you?
Well, normally inside your slicer, when you put it on your build plate and then run, when you get ready to slice it, it'll let you know if it needs supports on it. It'll let you know if it's floating, if it's any kind of weird way. It won't let you print it until you fix it. So it basically it's almost dummy proof. You know what I'm saying? It's safety features in there. Hey, because I ain't the sharpest knife in the drawer, but hey, at the same time,
you got enough common sense.
It's not rocket science, bro. I'm telling you, it's easier than everybody think. Like a lot of people try to say it's super hard, bro. It's a lot easier than people think. As long as you buy a newer, up-to-date one. Now, if you buy an older one, I can't tell you nothing about
learning curve with them.
Yeah, the older ones you got to do a lot more preparation, from what I understand. Like you got to set a piece of paper underneath it and go around the build plate and make sure it's level and all this stuff. Like a lot of extra stuff. These new ones, it's basically click, 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 and it does everything. It levels the bed. It makes sure everything's calibrated. It does literally everything for you. So,
right. I hear you. That's pretty cool, man. I've asked a few questions on a few different lives with a few different makers, and Um, Eric Lewis is a good buddy of mine. He makes some wicked stuff. I got a set of wheels that he's made and all kinds of stuff, man. He's doing good. And I even asked Josh from Texoma a little bit. I get in the feel for it just to make sure. I think I'm just being too nervous on myself before I just go and get one. I think I'm trying to.
Don't overthink it.
That's what I'm doing.
That's what somebody told. That's what I'm gonna tell you. That's what Corey kept telling me, man. Don't overthink it. Don't let everybody think. Don't listen to everybody when everybody say 3D printing is so complicated. It's not. Okay. Now, as far as making your own files, that may be a little bit more complicated.
Right.
But it's so many files out here, close to what you're looking for, and once you start looking, you'll find so many files that you say, hold on, I like that chassis. I like that body. I'll try that. And it's like, or you may find a 10th scale body that you just love and say, man, I love that body. Let me figure out, let me go in my slicer. Let me scale this down and make it to the SX24. Right. So it's so many things that you can do. Or you can take a SX24 body or chassis and scale it up as well. Right. So you can go either way. And it's so many things you can do with this 3D printer, man. Pilot Ryan Media, he even creates SCX6 bodies. SCX6 is humongous.
Dude, that thing my Lord, it's got to take some filament, don't it?
Oh, yeah. A lot. He said it's always a lot of filament wasted as well from the supports holding it up.
Yeah, I was going to say, they have to have hell of supports for that thing just to hold the body up. I mean, because that's a lot of weight. I mean, it's not a lot of weight, but it is a lot of weight for 3D printing. You know what I mean? That's heavy. That's a heavy build right there. Wow. I'm going to have to check that out. I think I saw something about that on one of his shorts or something, and I meant to go back and watch it, and I didn't. But man, that's why. So before we, I try to always keep it for about an hour, but I'm going to let it go just for a little bit over, and we'll stay as long as you want if you want. But
I'm good. Shit.
Okay.
I'm good. We can hang out for a little bit longer. I don't have nothing to do right now. I mean, we're good.
Right. I was getting ready. Oh, okay. Now, you almost tried to get both my questions into one there a while ago, but if somebody was going to start a YouTube channel, what's your advice for that? I wanted to break it down a little bit so that, it wasn't too big of a...
Oh, okay. Somebody that's trying to start a YouTube channel, what would I tell them? Do what you like. Do what makes you happy. Mm-hmm. Don't worry about what other people are doing. Don't try to keep up with other people. Don't try to buy every RC that everybody else is buying just because they bought it.
Yeah.
And have fun. Most importantly, have fun at what you're doing. No matter what you're doing, whether you're crawling, dashing, speed running, have fun. Have fun.
Makes sense. That makes sense.
And always remember this. Going fast always costs money.
Yeah.
Always. Because guess what? You can crash your car and you got to rebuild it. Cost you money. You can burn up a motor. Cost you money. Yep. I had a lipo fire a couple of days ago. I could have burned my car. I could have burned my car down. Not in my house, in my car. I was driving my car there.
You were driving your car or your 1-to-1?
No, my RC car. I was driving my RC car.
Okay.
And I went down the street. I was making a speed run. I went down the street, came back, and I was like, man, this thing is slow, bro. Why is it so slow? I'm like, what's going on? So I popped the top, checked the wires, make sure everything was hooked up. I looked at the battery. I'm like, ooh, this battery look a little puffy. I said, oh, this is the last run on this battery. It won't make it back home. So I pushed my finger down on the battery because it was very puffy now. Very. Now it had a little bulge in it once it finished charging, to be honest, but it was nothing like it was after I made that run. It was like bulge. So I pushed down on it.
Drawing it out of it, so it was making it go even
as soon as I pushed down on it, now the body was already off of it. I hit the throttle, the car rolled 5 feet, smoke started coming out of it. I ran over to it. I couldn't see the battery strap because I'm nervous I never had this happen, so I'm super nervous. And I'm
Right.
like, I don't want to burn my hand because I can't see. Cause I see smoke billowing out. I don't know if it's fire or what. So
Right, but you
I'm
don't want
trying
to
to,
torch the daggone speed run car either, you know.
yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
trying to pull the Velcro. So I pulled the Velcro in the front, and I tried to get the one in the back. I couldn't get it. Pulled the battery. Tried to disconnect the battery. Then more smoke came out. So I grabbed the front of the battery and just pulled it out of the car and threw it in the street. Hey,
Wow.
I got lucky, man.
I'm telling you, yeah. I had a wire that was bare on one of mine that was going from the battery to the ESC. I didn't know it. It come out of or the heat shrink that I put on it wasn't tight enough and it slid back. And that was on Turtulator, my Omni Terminator. And I dang near burned it to the ground because, of course, with this truck, it's the reason it's called Turtulator. Every time it would turn over somewhere, it would be the farthest point away from me that I was driving it. It never would roll over or anything right around me because I torched the original body on it, and whenever I put the Proline Raptor body on it, it changed the dimensions of how it would rock back over. You know what I mean? And it wouldn't never flip. It wouldn't never self right. You know, which it doesn't really self right that good anyway. It was the aluminum version, and it was all the way down at the end of the street. And I got down there and it rolled over and went to turn around and come back, and it did like you said. It just started going real slow. And all of a sudden, I started seeing the smoke. You ever seen a fat man run real fast? Well, this boy right here made Carl Lee look like a daggone Special Olympics kid. I'm telling you.
Hey, you hate to say that magic smoke, boy. That's the last thing you want to see is the magic smoke. I'm telling you.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you. Luckily, I got down there in about 2.2 seconds, and that's what it seemed like. Anyway, I got it before it burnt. Now go back to what you were saying there about the YouTube. I do have a suggestion also for you guys that I hadn't brought this up. And it's worked for me so far. You know, I'm not putting out the best content in the world. I don't always get a lot of stuff out on schedule, but I consistently put out videos, and I went from having 20 some people as followers whenever Deb put me on Sliding Sideways Live at time, and in that just under a year, I've got to 331. But I do know that consistently putting stuff out helps. And when you're starting, putting videos out is what matters. It don't matter about the quality because you will get better as you put them out. And don't overthink stuff.
I always try to be my biggest critic. You know what I mean? Like, would I watch this if I was somebody else? Right. Like I always look at myself as third person. And this is like my fourth channel.
What's up, Jay, man? Sorry, man, I was gonna holler at you a minute ago, but what's up, dude?
Yeah, this is like my fourth channel, man.
Oh yeah.
So I got my auto detailing business channel. I got my
I didn't know that's what you did. I didn't even know. I didn't even really look. I needed to do that.
I got my tire on two wheels, my motorcycle channel, and I got this one. Then I got like a family channel. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a bunch of channels. You know what I'm saying?
Sweet, man. Thanks, J Man, for the sub.
I had 3 of them that was monetized. I lost monetization on my auto detailing channel because I ain't made a video in probably 3 years over there. Right. Because I was advertising my business over there, and I started doing product videos over there, and it started opening the door for people to go buy the products and clean their own car. Right. So I said, hold on.
Detrimental to the business plan.
Hold on. We hurting the business with this right here. We set this up to try to advertise it, but it's like, we need to slow down over there. So I quit making videos over there with that, man. And I ended up losing my monetization, but I'm gonna get it back. I'm gonna start back doing videos. I'm gonna do them here and there, and just show certain stuff. You know what I mean? Probably show the jobs that I'm doing instead of showing the full.
Right.
Everything.
So guys, make sure if you're not subscribed to them other channels, go do it. I'm sure it's in the bio on them.
Jim, what I'm doing, I was looking for some parts. Big Izzy said the fences can break your cars. Well, as long as you got this is just some of the parts, the shock parts that broke on them shocks the other day
Oh,
on
yeah.
the curtain.
Yeah.
Like I fixed it as soon as it came in the house. Like literally, I keep everything. I was looking for the drive shafts. I got a bag of drive shafts somewhere around here. I thought it was in this box, but evidently, when I cleaned up, I didn't put everything back in its place. So
That's the hardest
it's
thing about
probably
that.
over here on this shelf somewhere behind us, behind the camera.
Yep. Yep. That's something else we have in common. I detail myself a little bit cars. Well, I used to. I do some on the side every now and then, but I worked at a car lot. Started out as a wash truck guy, washing the ones on the lot, and then I'd sell cars, and then I get into it with a manager, and I go wash cars at another one of the same company's lots. But the owner of the lot, it was C&O Used Cars here in St. Albans, West Virginia. CanDoMotors.com is what it was. He's Mr. Love's gone now, God rest his soul. But whenever we'd have the auto show, the annual auto show every year, it didn't matter what I was doing that week, if I was selling cars or if I was lot boy. I got paid $3,500 flat rate to wash 7 cars for that week and have them ready for the car show because he just loved what I did. I was good at it, It's detailing cars is really good for a person with ADD because you've got a way to do it. You've got shorter time to do it in. It keeps you busy and it keeps your mind going, especially if you have ADD like I do and didn't have the support by the mental health system as I should because of the state, this, that, the other, blah, 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 yada, yada. You learn to figure it out yourself. Making a checklist is the best thing. A mental checklist is the best thing in the world for somebody that has ADD to do. Because if you forget, you go checklist. You think about the checklist and you'll figure it out and you'll keep right on track and it keeps you going. I love detailing cars.
No, J man, I didn't get a chance. Well, I tried to run. I drove it in the house on the hard floor. Tried to drive it in the grass. It wouldn't move. Of course, 2S is pretty. 2S it moves a little bit. 3S, man, that thing blows some wind. I plan on going to the lake tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, put it in the water and see what we're gonna get, man.
Heck yeah. Now, how far
Cool
are you
seeing
away
what's going
from
on.
the lake?
Welcome in. Big Izzy. Big Izzy. That's what I wanted to tell you. Oh, this is going back to another thing, touching on your question as far as somebody starting a YouTube. Big Izzy said, what he
Okay.
say? What he say? Hold on. My wife is the reason I'm breaking my cars now. She said, basically saying my videos they're not excited enough. Guess what? I'm gonna tell you something. Videos don't even really have to be exciting. Once your audience pick up on your personality, they like that people like people personality more than they like the cars a lot of times. That's why, like, see me when I started my channel, all my channels, I said I want my channels to be focused on whatever I'm showing instead of on me. That's why I rarely show my face on my videos. Like, because I'm trying to show you what I'm showing. I'm trying to show you the car. I don't really, but I
Right.
realize
I
that
understand.
that's kind of working against myself. You know what I mean? Because if I showed if I would have been showing my face the whole time and showing people my personality, showing that I got a sense of humor too. You know what I mean? So it's like once people
Oh, yeah.
start seeing that and start picking up on it, they start gravitating more to you and start, I feel they do, but it's all up to
Right.
everybody.
I believe that
I
too.
don't know.
Yeah, I believe that too. But when you got a face as pretty as mine, you just can't help but show it to everybody. Wink, wink.
Yeah, I was over here digging through the boxes. You're right, Jim. I was over here digging through the boxes.
Well, I see the smart teacher ladies in the house. What's up, full send them? Man, I tell you what, man, that one right there, we give Waffles a hard time every time we can. He takes it good though. That's what I'm good, and that's something people learn about me. If I ain't picking on you, I don't like you. If I ain't talking about you, I don't like you.
Big
I
Izzy,
try
you
to
are too
have a
funny,
good
man.
time. Yeah.
Jeez Louise. Big Izzy, you are too funny. Big Izzy said, Jim, she saw She just saw my new one today and asked, where did it come from? I said, well, I bought it, duh.
Attaboy. Attaboy.
Jeez
Yeah.
Louise.
Yeah.
Boy.
That's all right.
But yeah, man, I know
I won't
y'all into
pick on
these.
Earl.
I know y'all love these daggone puppies right here. Y'all love these crawlers. Y'all love these crawlers over here, man. I got my share of them, man.
Hey,
I don't show them much, and I don't run them that much. I actually need to get my crawler course cleaned up out back because I got a crawler course out back. I need to get it cleaned up, get back out there, make some changes to it because I normally try to change it up once a year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Then,
then,
you can't run the same stuff all the time. That's understandable. I'm right there.
And
with
then
you.
I upgraded my vehicles a lot since I built it. So it's like, and I got TRX4Ms too now because they a much wider track width than your SX24s. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, and that JJRC is even wider than the regular TRX4M is what's wild to me. You know, I thought
And
that was pretty
another
cool.
thing, these axles that's on this, right here, same axles I bought off AliExpress for $20.
Yep.
I think $30, maybe 30 something for the set. I can't remember, 15 or something. I can't remember. Whatever.
Right.
It's been so long. Like I built these things probably a year and a half. I built this thing maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago. I don't know. At least a year. It's been at least a year, definitely.
And that's something else too that a lot of people don't understand. There's a difference in between a lot of the 18 scale crawlers and the 24 scale crawlers. The 24 scale crawlers have the worm gears most of the time. And then up in most of the 18s that I've saw are ring and pinion like a Traxxas. You know, you can take the wheel and spin it, and it don't. You know, it's not going to hurt you. You can't spin these, but on that TRX4M, you can take it and it'll spin. You know, with pressure. You know, it's not just going to sit there and spin freely like it was on a two-wheel drive car. But
absolutely,
if you want speed, now I'm going to preface this because there's somebody in our community that's getting some speed out of them, and that's Sinister Customs 24. But he's still using the worm gears, but it's a lot harder to get speed because you got the drag of that worm gear. And I'm wanting to build a mini 24 scale short course truck. I want to do a pre-runner. You know, Mr. Nathan Warner's going to help me do that. But that's what I was trying. It took me the longest time to figure out was I didn't know that TRX4Ms had the ring and pinion gear instead of the worm gear, so that there wasn't as much resistance. And I was trying to figure out how I was going to get it to go fast. Well, Nick at Mofo does make a way to make a 24 scale SCX24 go fast. It's he makes a different spur and pinion gear. He flip flops them, and you can get it, but
absolutely full sin.
Yeah, you're going to end up. It's harder to do what I'm trying to say with worm gear compared to ring and pinion, and they're pretty cool. I just want to. There it went again. I lost the whole track of thought. What I was talking about was,
that ring and pinion. You talking about the ring and pinion?
Yeah.
You talking about making a 24 short course?
Yeah. Making that short course truck. I was trying to figure out how I was going to do it with a worm gear. Well, I knew that Nick was making it that way, but I wanted to do it if I could do it like an MOA with that Hard Part just come out with. They've got he come out with an MOA set of axles, steering and straight, for a 24 scale. But I was just wanting to do a rear end of it. But then I figured out because
what you mean like an IFS, like IFS on it?
Well, now that's what I'm making. Yeah, is a twin I-beam like the old Fords. There's prints out there, and Nathan's got one. We're going to use, but I'm going to use the TRX4M.
Hold on. Let's go back to the beginning. So you telling me you're gonna make a short course truck with a straight rear axle and independent front suspension,
two-wheel
drive. So you basically gonna build a
pre-runner.
So you basically gonna build a FMS short course truck,
but two-wheel drive.
Is there 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive?
It's 4-wheel drive.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen anybody that's made a pre-runner short course truck yet. And the worst thing about it is, I've been thinking about doing this and figuring it out for about 6 or 8 months, and that truck came out when I was sitting in there in the middle trying to think of it. I was like, "Daggone, now it's gonna make it look like I'm trying to, copy theirs, But yeah, I'm not, of course. But
Nice. Jim said I'm building a new crawler course at my house. At my house now, it's almost finished.
heck
Nice.
yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, that's what it was. Is I was coming up. I was trying to figure out a way to make it to where I wasn't going to have to use the worm gears, and I wasn't educated enough about mini crawler trucks to know that there was not worm gears in all crawlers. Because I didn't have any of the other ones except for PMAX, and that was SCX stuff. So that's the reason I started thinking about doing the MOA back there, and with the front end, being twin I-beam. But it's a lot easier when you can just go buy the part instead of having to get it made. I did figure that out. Now, do you do boats and stuff too? Do you do any airplanes or drones?
Yeah, I got some drones. I got some I got a DJI Mini 2 over here. I got a FPV drone right here.
Little 5-inch whip.
This is 7. Oh, hold on. What is this? Oh, I can't remember, man. I think this is 7. Let me get my tape measure back out. Jeez Louise.
Sorry, bud. I don't mean to make you work.
Well, this thing is saying it's 10. Hold on. Yeah, no, this is a 7-inch quad.
Okay.
7-inch quad.
All right. Now, see, that's what I want to learn to fly is FPV, but I got to get way better at the flying part.
You can download the simulator on your computer. Free Rider.
Right.
Well, actually, you can download the demo version of Free Rider on your computer for free, just to learn how to fly FPV.
Right.
But you do have to have a transmitter, or you can download it on your phone and just fly on your phone just to get the feel of it. But it's still different from a transmitter. But you still get the same. You still get the same controls, but it's on your touch screen. But it's different. But of course it's gonna be different. But you got the same controls.
Sorry, but I had to.
Yes, sir. I gotta pull the tape measure out.
Explain to him what that thing is, what you're talking about. I don't know if that man knows what it is or not. I ain't never seen him use one.
What? A tape measure?
Tape measure, yeah. I'll give it, man. That right there is the reason I started watching his channel. It caught my eye, and then I started watching it. And he said, "We don't use tape measures around here, man."
That is too funny.
Let me see here, bud. Let me see what you said there. Hold on. Dang it. Out of all the stuff, my RC stuff, I like taking stuff and making it with what I got, because I don't make a whole lot of money, and I ain't got a whole lot of money to do it. So being a redneck engineer as myself, you figure out ways. And I learned that from back whenever I was doing my one-to-one stuff. You should see some of the stuff I did that it was sketchy, but it's making the stuff and making the stuff work with what you got, really. Like, I wish I had it out here. I don't know where it's at, but PMAX's chassis, let's say, it started off with a carbon fiber Mofo AX24 chassis, and I wanted to get rid of the torque twist. Well, just logically thinking, I'm like, well, these shocks are laid down too much. If I can get these shocks more perpendicular to the plane, I can get more force on the shocks, which will help get rid of that torque twist. It's not going to get rid of all of it. You get rid of part of it that way, or by jacking up the right rear suspension a little bit tight. But I didn't want to have to run it that way. So I took the original AX24 chassis rail and I cut it in half, and I used it as frame extensions to move my shock placement back on the chassis, making it more like an SCX 24 chassis, but not. Actually, it made it more like Mofo Double Dragon, but not as well. Ended up being the shop. Every mounting point on the X24 on my PMAX, every mounting point matched up to the one that Nathan built with this one right here. It was weird, dude. I took PMAX apart and I'm sitting there looking at it like, I'm holding them together, looking. I'm like, wow, because I never thought that I'd ever make up something that somebody else would do. There's so many different ways of thinking.
Hey, Doug V.
Uh,
So, all right. So I knew they were gonna pull this on me.
uh-huh.
They want me to switch the table on. They want me to switch the table. Clearly, I was on for an interview with you, but I see the team out there in the chat. They want me to interview you. So guess what? Let's file.
We can do that some other time.
No, let's file for a couple of questions at Doug V. Doug V from Big Izzy said, Doug V, what purchase did you make you eventually regretted? Fire them questions off, fellas. Let's go.
Shit. Well, all right, here's one of them. It was buying a ESC for a drone and not knowing what type of ESC for a drone to buy.
Stop. First thing is, that's a boat / airplane ESC.
Yes.
So guess what?
This one was for this one actually is for drone or airplane.
Guess what?
And I did not pay attention.
Same type ESC right there.
Yep. Now,
where my box at? Hold on.
I didn't understand that there were protocols that you had to look for when buying one for surface or for air. Because there were different protocols, because there's no way to get this ESC to get a reverse.
Yeah, no reverse. That's what I'm saying. They for planes or for boats. They're not for drones. These are straight planes or boats. I bought this one. I bought this one probably 2 or 3 years ago. Tried to put it in a boat. As you can see, I put hot glue on it, and you see your hot glue is turned yellow. Trying to waterproof it. That lets you know that hot glue been on there for a long time.
Yeah, it does. So, there's a lot of hot glue on PMAX. It looks like that right now because where I prototyped it. But I'm gonna
give it a little extra life because I'm gonna put it in this white boat that I printed out.
There you go. Actually, I want to take that back about this one. My biggest regret that I ever purchased for the AX24 was the MB100 from Endura. Here's the reason. Let me quantify this, okay? I knew that I was going to have to upgrade the weight. All right. Yeah. Is that a 4-wheel steer rig?
No, absolutely not.
That's what I'm getting to. It's fine for SCX24, TRX4Ms, A18s. It's great. But if you're in a position to where you're having to have an upgraded servo, let alone 2, that's where you got the problem. I had 2 Red Crab 6 kg servos that just drew too much power. And I had a Torque Beast 50 Mofo motor. Whenever I plugged them all into that MB100 and hit the gas, my front wheels started doing this. Like, what in the world? I don't have anything crossed. I don't know what's going on. What is going on here? So at the time, Mike Wheeler was working at Mofo. I called Mofo, and Mike was like, "Here, call me on my messenger." I said, "Okay." He said, "Show me what's going on." I said, "Okay." I showed him what was going on, and he's like, "Oh, I know exactly what it is." As soon as I saw that, he said, that's your axe, isn't it?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "You've got too much power trying to be drawn out of an ESC that doesn't supply enough power to your truck." And it was buying the MB100 for the axe. Now, it's got a great slow crawl for the brush ESC. It's awesome. It's an awesome freaking product. But the reason that I bought it was because everybody in the chats on Facebook and stuff in the groups, MB100 is best. MB100 is best. Don't always listen to everybody. Like Urban said earlier, when you're buying a new car or when you're first buying your first RC, don't believe everybody.
Yeah,
you know,
a lot of people get their stuff free, man, and you got to listen to people's words, man. Like sometimes you got to listen to the words that they say in the videos, and a lot of times they are telling you it's trash, but they advertising it at the same time. Like they letting you know it's not a good product, but they like let me see how does some of them guys say it? I've heard people say it like, well, it performs pretty good, but it needs, like what like I even say it a lot with cars. It needs
put
this,
sugar on
which but I'm telling you exactly what it's needed. Like, bro, it needs this. But like sometimes you can listen to what they're saying, and you can tell that they kind of putting the shield up for the company, like, I don't want to really truly bash it because it's a piece of crap, but they gave it to me and they paying me. Because a lot of these dudes are getting paid to make these videos.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And
a lot of these big channels, they getting paid. That's why I'm telling you, anybody with them big numbers, you can watch their videos, but sometimes you got to take it as a grain of salt.
Oh yeah, yeah. Now there are some channels that are mid-level channels from, they're not the big fellas from across the pond or nothing, or from out there in Texas, but about the size, about the size of your channel, about the size of trying to think about Waffles channel, anywhere from 5 to 20,000 subscribers. There's a lot of them in there, and there's one of them, Evan from Derby City RC. I've had him on the podcast. Mm-hmm. He's very good at pretty much telling you what's going to be good and what's not. Now, he is sponsored, or, he gets some of those, and he won't bash it, but he'll tell you what's wrong with it. He's not going to say it's junk.
Number one rule in business. Yeah. Never bash your business partner.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the number one rule in business. Like,
oh yeah.
Like, why would you bash your business partner? Like, okay, if the company is sending me cars or whatever, right? I wouldn't bash them, but I would say, this is like he did this video on the Wholesome car. He showed the car was the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yep. He showed how hard it can take a beating. He showed everything. But it's like, what? I don't know, man. It's like, bro, I don't know. All cars. How about this? All cars have flaws. It ain't one that ain't made. It ain't one that's made that ain't got no flaw. Period. Right. It's not one car that's made that does not have a flaw. All cars have some type of flaws. This is like my Creighton right here, 4S. I thought it was perfect. L to the W told me it won't. I said, fiddlesticks, mine is perfect. Guess what? It's not. I found out that the bearing seized up on those center diffs.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yep.
And I wasn't meaning to be responsible. I was meaning other people that are your size and bigger.
And we got some more questions in the chat.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Shout out to the 10 in the chat. This is the Urban Legend Takeover. I'm gonna be interviewing Dub V for the rest of the night. All right,
Urban Legend Takeover.
Hey,
let's go ahead and flip that script back here. The people that's in the chat that don't know you, let's go ahead and see if we can get them to roll some questions off.
Oh God, that's too funny. Hey, but no, you got a question in the chat from Big Izzy. Big Izzy said, "What's your favorite go-to rig when you just want to have when you just want to have a good old time, some good old fun?"
All of them. The one that's running, actually. The one that's running at the time, because I've never got all of them running at the same time. That PMAX, my X24, I'm gonna have to say that. And I ain't been able to drive her for about 2 weeks now, and it'll be next week before I am, but she'll be back together next week.
Alex,
my X24.
Alex, that was good. That was a good one too, because you came out of nowhere. I was looking around like, where did they come from?
It's time to go. Are we going up there?
Oh my goodness, where did that come from? That was a good one, Alex. I like that one. I love that.
I like
I
that.
gotta get you back because you trying to pull a takeover.
No, definitely not. I would never try to do that. I'm just joking. I see some.
Yeah.
I saw some
I
questions.
know it's all just fun and
The thing
games.
is, I wish I could see the chat better than I can. It's just if I got my glasses on, I can't see it. If I got them off, I can't see it. And I've got bifocals. Either way, I can see it.
So, Doug V,
Yes,
are
sir.
you into just crawlers, or are you into bashers, or what? I see you said you just
I like
showed you
crawlers.
had a drone, ESC you bought for a drone. So, what else are you into?
Well, I like. Let's see. Come here, turtle. I mentioned her a minute ago, but it's a turtleator.
Oh wow! Look, like, is that a real turtle shell, dude? You done painted?
No, it's not a real turtle shell, but I made it. All right. I took a hazardous material placard off of a chemical tanker, the big triangles.
Oh God!
I took it out and I hand beat all of that in there. Now I wasn't planning on putting a head on it because I wanted the headlight to be the head, but it was close enough to perfect for me. And the only reason I made it is because I called it the Turtleator, and I'd already destroyed so many bodies that I just wanted to put it on there to see, just as a joke because of the name. Because I know there's no possible way in heck that this body will work on this truck without having something under it to keep the air out from under it. Because it would have turned this son of a gun into a kite, I figured, if I got to go fast enough. But I got a WL Toys 124017 that I took a Walmart cheap rock buggy looking body off of, and it looks like the 2016 now, or 4016, or 40.
Hold on, is the 17 the one with the green?
No,
the
it's
green
the
check?
blue. It's
Oh,
the
the blue
blue.
check. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and where it came? Oh, where it went? It's the blue. It's like the 124019 is the brushed that a lot of everybody was taking and using to do them speed runs out of. They would brushless, put a brushless conversion on it and do a lot of speed runs.
Mm-hmm.
I went ahead and was lucky enough to come into the hobby where they'd already did the 2017. And I want to tell you something. With the 2S battery on that rig, its performance ability and speed ability outweighed my driving said car ability by 10 times. I never thought in the world I'd be driving something like that fast. And that's on 2S. I put a 3S in it and I was like, Jesus God Almighty, Lord help me. I need a way bigger spot than a regular 2-lane road because I couldn't get it to hold. I really couldn't. I wish I had got it out because I didn't know you was going to flip this on me. I made a body.
Alex should have been on here. Y'all could have tag teamed me. Y'all should have been on here tag teaming. Alex, you're going to have to stop hiding in the back, man. You're going to have to stop hiding in the back.
Yeah, and he needs to start making some videos put on his channel because he's got some killer rigs.
Man, I seen some of the rigs. Some rigs are super nice, man. Super nice. Hey, that's what every time he come to my chat, I always say, miss nothing, stop. Tell Alex to cut the camera on.
There it is. Yeah, there he is. Look here.
Hey,
you talked him into it.
Hey, that's what I say every time. Alex, I'm telling you, man, listen. I watch you guys. You guys have a heck of a podcast over here. Stay on here and y'all tag team. Trust me. Y'all going places. I promise now. I promise.
That.
I promise. Everybody got to crawl before they walk. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Everybody got to crawl before they walk. Trust me. And what y'all doing a heck of a job over here. Trust me. Just keep going. And trust me, it's going to snowball and it's going to keep going.
Well,
but
that's the thing.
Mr. Alex, we're gonna need you to cut that camera on and start. And y'all gonna have to start tag teaming like WWF.
Yeah. Well, see, a lot of times I do have RC Dungeon does come on and help a lot of times, but he can't do it on Friday nights or what. Basically, the way he works, he's only got like Saturday evening is the only time that he can do it after 9, and he wasn't able to do it. One of some of the podcasts I've been doing, I've been scheduling whenever I can because it's a hard thing to get somebody else to come to what you want them to do. You know, your special time, and it sucks. But I've always had Alex here to help me out and be my interpreter.
Yeah, if you look down below you somewhere and look at the private chat for the panel, you'll see kind of where I play in.
Yeah. And the thing is, I've got to figure out how to get that to where I can get that private chat to where I can see it on this phone because I can't see it whenever somebody leaves.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna tell you what I do, fellas. Before we have a special guest, I always write down just about a couple of questions, throw at them, and then y'all just come up with a couple of pieces. Y'all just keep throwing them back and forth, tag teaming.
Yeah, I have a set of questions that I try
y'all
to go
doing a darn good job.
Thanks,
job.
brother.
Cassidy,
Thanks.
good job.
But and like I said, man, I watched what you did and how you were reacting with the chat and stuff, and that's where I started it off. I really thank you for that. And you didn't know it because I was watching it on Roku, so I couldn't even comment or nothing. I was watching channels for a while before I even started my YouTube channel or even getting on and commenting. I was watching a bunch, and if I would show my subscriptions to YouTube, I'm going to say there's 85% of them are RC channels, and I'm subscribed to 1,500 channels or something like that. I don't know exactly, but
yeah, pretty much everything I'm
channels.
subscribed to on Urban Legend is definitely RC related. Now I'm subscribed to a couple other off the wall eyeball stuff. When I get bored, I just want to click on something, and just watch.
YouTube's my TV.
Huh?
I said YouTube's my TV, basically.
Yeah, a lot of times.
Conspiracy theories too. So there's a lot of those. But
so now that we have Mr. Alex here, thank you. Let's flip the script one more time. Mr. Alex, what is your favorite RC?
Really don't know yet. I've only been in it for about a year and a half.
Oh, you know which one is your favorite. You know which one you like best. How about this?
Really don't.
Which one do you have the most money into? Oh, I didn't mean to ask that. I don't want nobody to attack you. I'm just playing.
Nah, it's all good. Nah. The one I have the most money into is the one I tried to learn on because it's been through 4 to 5 iterations already.
Oh, okay.
Which that's the FTX 24 Power Wagon.
Is it a comp crawler or just a regular crawler?
Just a regular crawler to me. I mean, it probably could be a comp crawler because it's about 50% of the actual speed it was originally.
Turn around and get it, Alex. It's just right there. Oh, I'm sorry. It was on top shelf. I apologize. I was on the wrong shelf.
Oh, nice. That's the Power Wagon. Oh, look at that back. Oh, Alex, that's nice. That's nice. Yes, I like that. Now I like that one right there. That's nice. That's nice.
The one I have the most passion into though is my first die cast.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Who built that? Jason built that?
No, this one I built. I'm still waiting to receive the one from Jason.
This is the diecast Prince. He was named.
See, I didn't know that. See, okay. I'm in class now. See, class is in.
Here's the thing is though, we're just gonna have to call him Symbol because you know how whenever Prince got so big, he just went to that symbol. That's how good Prince got. He could just be called that symbol. That right there, son. I'm telling you, no. You got to wait till you see what's coming out here in the next couple months.
I love it.
This man's got stuff between his squishy ears. It's just filling up with daggone thoughts, and it's coming out and doing pretty good. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I guess I can show that one a little bit.
No, are you?
All right,
I wasn't gonna
working on another die cast.
Ooh-wee.
But if you look underneath,
Ooh,
What's
we
missing
exhaust
from an
out.
RC car?
Very nice.
Yeah, you notice something missing so far, even though it's got a transmission in it?
Hold on. Let me see what is missing. I see the servo. I see the transmission. I don't see drive shafts, axles, shocks. Let's see what else is missing.
Yeah, what does the transmission usually mount to, though?
Oh, the skid plate. It's just
Mhm.
hanging.
It's missing the whole chassis. I'm doing all this off of the stock freaking bottom of the diecast.
Oh man.
There
I'm
is
going to make a
no
trail rig
RC
without using
chassis.
an actual RC chassis, using as much of the diecast as I can.
Dude, I didn't even notice that. Oh my God.
He's
That is
not
sweet
taking
right
an
there, Alex.
RC car and putting a body
Now
on
that
it,
is
a
sweet right
model
there.
body
That
on
is
it.
sweet. That is sweet.
He's taking a model and putting RC parts on it to make it to make it an RC. He's not just setting a
Without
body
the
on top
chassis.
of it.
Absolutely. Alex, we're gonna need some videos from you, sir. Please.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm one of them
What I'm
background
saying,
guys, man. I'm
dude,
not.
he's got some capable rigs too.
Hey, listen. All you gotta do is do like everybody else. Make it about the car, not about yourself. You know what I mean? Like, cause I can tell you like a really laid back person that doesn't like to be like the center of attention. So it's like, bro, just hey, record the car. You don't even have to talk.
Dude,
Honestly,
dude like Stay
with,
Small does.
with those
You know,
type of
them
bills looking
masters.
like that, you really don't have to talk. You can just have a little music playing, a little what is it? Crawler porn music
Yep.
playing in the
Yep.
background while you're driving. That's it.
Yeah,
Or what
I
it could,
know, but I'd much rather see other people go further than me. So I try to help other people out instead of just trying
Help
to
me
do
out.
for me.
oh,
I can
absolutely,
say,
absolutely,
you know,
absolutely.
Because those diecast builds, they're not for me. They're for two other people.
Very cool.
yeah,
Very
yeah.
cool.
Now, he's helped my channel out tremendously, helped me out tremendously. Besides me, he's got almost as much power on my channel as I do. And he would have as much power on my channel as I could figure out how to do it. But you know, um, I can't thank him enough. It
Yeah, I've seen y'all over here,
Well,
Batman and
dude, I
Robin.
get off track.
I've
I mean, I
seen
get
y'all.
off track a little bit.
I've seen you guys over here playing Batman and Robin. Now,
Yeah,
I've seen you. I've seen
dude,
you.
I didn't even see you in the chat that one time until like right whenever you said bye. I was like, damn it.
Don't let Ty fool you. He don't get in the chat much. He'd be watching without saying nothing.
Oh, I know.
Hey,
He's
listen,
one of the
90
he's one of the stalkers
percent of
that's
the
off chat.
time when I go in people chat, like I say something and I'm either over here trying to fix what I've broken or trying to upgrade something to make it faster. 90% of the time, when I'm not live, oh trust me, I'm either repairing something or trying to make something go faster. Cause I'm good for breaking something. Now I will break something now. That's not a doubt about that.
Hey, that's right. I'm good at that.
Yeah.
Especially because most of the time my driving ability doesn't keep up with the performance abilities of my rig. I'm good at tearing stuff up. And usually if I can't figure out how to do it, I'll ask him or I ask Earl or, I ask, heck, I've asked Jim's RC, I've asked Waffle. I'll ask anybody. And that's the thing that a lot of people new to the hobby need to understand too is ask questions. But
Absolutely.
don't go into the daggone Facebook groups, just getting your daggone new car and be like, all right, new to the hobby, just got a SCX 24 Lexus. What do I do to make it better? That's going to get you a lot of hateful daggone comments from a lot of the other people in the chat. They aren't used to having new people. They don't remember being new people.
Hey, if somebody asked me that, you know what I would tell them? Drive it.
Yep. And
drive it, and
yep.
you'll find out what it needs.
Yep.
Drive,
Isn't that
I
what
mean,
Waffle said?
because all
We've had a lot of people say that too. Is drive it first and then you'll figure it out.
yeah, because you think about it. everybody's driving conditions are not the same. This is like my little mini crawler course out back is not the same terrain you will crawl on, or not the same terrain Alex will crawl on. So it's like it's hard to tell somebody what upgrades to put on their car without knowing what conditions they're driving them in.
And
Because they may be trying to crawl straight up a wall, or they may be barely going over the slightest of hills, or little rock piles.
And here's the same thing too. You could take the same truck, the same terrain, and put two different drivers on it and get two different outcomes. Really, driving style.
Hey, you're right about that.
I mean, straight up. Like, I don't drive anything like Alex. Alex don't drive anything like me, and I don't drive anything like you, and you don't drive like either one of us. It's your way that you feel whenever the feel of the car. And a lot of people say I'm crazy about this because I ain't sitting in the car and ain't driving it, but you can feel how that car is reacting once you get to driving it. It's an instinct, I guess. I don't know, but people drive different. You're right.
J-Man got a question for y'all. He said you guys go live every Friday.
No, I'm usually on Saturdays, but I've got to work tomorrow and I got to work next Saturday. And lucky enough, Mr. Urban said Friday'd be good, and I said yes, that'll work. But I'm trying to keep it on Saturdays, but that's not real easy right at the moment. I can do it just about any time, but other people have other jobs too. They don't just all just do YouTube. It happens. You
J-Man,
got
a
old
cool
Waffles,
dude, man.
He's a welder and work a car mechanic and all that. He couldn't come on at certain times, during the day. So, I'm just working around other people's schedule. Now he was able to make the 9 o'clock Saturday. That's what was cool. I try to do it when they can, because the lives aren't really for the live purposes for me. A lot of times it's to get the interview in so that somebody can come and watch it whenever they can, compared to the live part, because I want people, the reason that I made the podcast, it wasn't really just to get suggestions and tips and stuff like that. It was getting people to getting a place for people to get to know the people they were getting their information from. See what I'm saying? Getting to know the YouTubers and seeing how the squishy stuff between their ears works, to see if it was a good channel for them or if it was not a good channel for this person to be watching, as a new person, to get a little background on them, see what other options there are in the RC community. I'm getting ready to start a spinoff of this, and it's going to be like a RC destinations, like go down to the Exoplex down there at Joe Collins' Exo Caged RC, go down to Art Park down there in South Georgia, go to Reactive Terrain over in Britain, go to Reaction up in Michigan, places that are, if you're out on vacation, and you want to go on vacation, you're like, well, we got to take the kids to the water park. Well, maybe there's a RC place around there to where you can go do that too on your vacation.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah. I wanted to go to Beach Creek this year, but wasn't able to do it. Was supposed to go, actually that weekend, I was supposed to go up to Jim Rockwolf's up in Michigan. And I was going to go with Sleek Hobbies. Well, Sleek decided to wreck his motorcycle.
Yeah, I heard about that, man.
Him. Well, here's
I'm glad he all right, man.
Yeah, I am too, man.
It was another guy that wrecked this motorcycle too, right?
That was Smink. He's he was one of the Mofo team drivers. Justin Smink. He lives down there in Florida. He T-boned a car, somebody making an illegal U-turn at 120 mile an hour without a helmet.
How fast?
120.
Ooh, he's blessed. He is blessed.
He just went and did his pre-chemical test for a job, passed it, and everything, was coming home, and a tractor trailer had lost its load on the right-hand side of the road. Well, another tractor trailer had slowed down and sort of pulled half lane on it, Well, a car did an illegal U-turn in front of it. Smake was coming around it, because he's still in his lane. He was going fast. but plow right into big
Jeez
pillar.
Louise, man. He is blessed.
He's all
Really.
crippled up in it, and she's
Jeez
trying to
Louise,
pull away.
man.
Luckily, the truck driver that slowed down and had the middle lane by half block jumped out with a damn pistol and held her at gunpoint until the cops got there.
Wow.
Yeah, he didn't break a bone in his body. Had one bone come up out of his rib.
Oh yeah, he was blessed.
But broke every tendon loose and everything.
That man. Hey, listen, I don't really get religious, but that man got an angel telling, watching him over him.
Yep. And I believe Smink. I believe Slink did too, because he wrecked up there in Cleveland. That's where he grew up, and he's used to this part of the interstate having a little dip in it. Well, he hadn't been up there since like right around Christmas time, and this just happened about a month and a half ago. There's 3.5 months or so in there that the water had, freezing and thawing, makes potholes bigger. Well, in the middle of that bottom of that dip, there was a huge pothole. He hit that pothole, son, that sent him into the death wobble and put him into the center barrier. He's lucky he didn't get plumb run over by everything. He had Angel on his shoulder too.
Yeah, that's my biggest fear, man. Going down on the highway, man. I'm telling you, especially in front of like traffic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't ride bikes.
I'm glad both of those guys are all right, man.
Yeah, I'm glad. I don't ride bikes. I never have. Oh, I've ride bicycles, but I've never rode a motorcycle. I really always wanted to, but I've seen too many people that I know get hurt way bad or lose their life. One of my good buddies, almost exactly a year before Sleek and Smink's wreck, had the same thing happen to him as what happened to Smink, except this was just in regular traffic, and they did run off, but it killed him on whenever they crashed.
Yeah.
My son's a few of my son's buddies was coming up 77 right there by Withville. Last Friday, they were in a car. 4 of them. They come around the curve, and they shortcut the curve a little bit, got on the rumble strips. Well, there was a tractor trailer broke down on the side of the road. Didn't have any signs out, no nothing. They clipped the back of that trailer, spun around, went up under it. It ripped the car roof off. One of them lost her life instantly on the scene. 3 of them was in ICU, and they've all got out of ICU and are going to make it, luckily. But they lost one of their buddies, and 3 out of the 4 were all from the same family. Yep.
That's sad.
So it can happen to anybody, even in a car, but people don't pay attention no more to bikes, and that's what's scary about riding.
Most people that ride bikes or have somebody in their family that ride bikes or have a loved one that ride bikes, they respect the bikes and they give them room when they driving down the road. People that don't have anybody in their family that ride bikes, they all on their tail, they tailgate them. Like, it's like, come on, man.
Yep. And you see that happen with cars doing that in front of semis.
Yeah, I lost my best friend 5 years ago.
Damn, man.
And that,
I hate to hear that.
That was like one of the worst things, man, ever, man. Like it kind of made me stop riding for a while. Not really stop riding, but it slowed me down as far as
made you more cautious and more aware.
Oh yeah, definitely. It made me start taking a lot more precautions. It made me start practicing slow speed maneuvers with my motorcycle and things like that.
Yeah, basic maneuvers, getting out of the way if you need to, yeah.
I actually find it a little funny because everybody I know that's ever been in a motorcycle wreck, they all say the same thing at the end of it when they come out of it. And that is, once you're not afraid of the bike, it's time to get rid of it.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, whenever you quit respecting the bike.
Oh, yeah. Oh, trust me. That's why I got off the crotch rockets. I was totally disrespectful.
Now, mind you, I have owned 2 motorcycles and never rode either one of them. Well, one of them didn't run. It was the 82 GSX.
Oh, GSX, yeah.
It wasn't a Gixxer. It was the one previous to it.
Yeah,
it was
hold on,
1100 or 1200.
GP, is it a GPX or GP something? What
I
a
can't
Jeep?
remember.
Hold on,
I
what was
can't
it?
remember. But I had a Katana 1600, and
Mhm.
that was a fast bike. I didn't get to ride it, but it was a fast bike. It ran and everything. I traded it off, but I was going to learn to ride, and I decided not to. I figured out that I can walk on level ground and fall over and break something, so I don't need to
Yeah,
be on two wheels.
yeah. I
What's
still
up,
love my
Remedy?
Harley Davidsons. I'm gonna get back out there and start riding one day, but
All right.
just right now, well, actually, I ain't gonna lie. I plan on being back on my Harley Davidson next month because a lot of my buddies and stuff we talking about going up to Tail of the Dragon up in up not far from you, Tail of the Dragon up by the mountains, Rocky Mountains. Probably try to
Appalachian
go up
Mountain,
there.
Tell the Dragon. Yeah.
Yeah, probably
My
try to go up there.
cousins,
Probably try to go up there
first
sometime
cousins,
this year.
one of them to help name that part because what is the one in Virginia?
That's the
Um,
one. That's no, Tail of the Dragon is in Virginia or Tennessee.
yeah,
I
it's
think it's
Virginia.
Tennessee.
Now there is
No. Tail of the Dragon is in like Tennessee, close to the
yeah,
mountain. Tennessee,
yeah,
North
it's
Carolina.
through Tennessee and Virginia right there at the border, right about like Bristol, right?
Mhm.
This one's not Tell the Dragon. It's I can't think of it, but it's what the route is Route 19 coming up through Summersville, West Virginia. Matter of fact, they just had a rally race that they shut the whole road down through there 2 or 3 weeks ago. Um, they do a drift race down through there too. Who was it? Oh shoot! I watched it on YouTube. It wasn't Booster Boys. I can't remember, but it's the Talon. The Talon is the one that's here in West Virginia. Tell the Dragon is south. The Talon is here in West Virginia.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I never even heard of that.
Well, they were trying to name it because it's a beautiful ride. If you've got a big stretch, laid out Harley, it's awesome cruise. If you've got a 1600 Katana and a radar detector and know how to ride, it's an awesome ride like Tell the Dragon is. I mean, because it's switchbacks, it's up mountains, down mountains, switchback curves. I had a 90 model Ranger GT whenever I was younger, and that thing handled like a little sports car.
Mhm.
It was a 6-cylinder high output, but there wasn't nothing really to it. But that was the funnest thing in the world was to go up through there to Summersville, man, getting ready to go camping or something, or just go up for the day and hit them roads as hard as you can take them, man. I mean, just it. I grew up watching Dukes of Hazzard in West Virginia, folks.
Hey,
And I grew up
everybody
on
grew up
roads
watching
that didn't
Dukes of
even have a
Hazzard.
line on them. You know what I'm saying? So I was driving at 13 or so. Yep.
You were driving at 13.
Yeah.
Now I moved the car at 13, but I wasn't driving. I might have moved it 5 feet, backed it
See,
up about 5 feet. But
around here, there were times that you would go with some of the adults to one of their friends' house, and they would
we
imbibe in
understand.
some of them squeezed corn things, and we're taking some of that that good old beer, and a lot of times
Hey,
they sure
you
as hell wasn't able to drive
hey
home, so you
you
was
were
always in trouble.
nominated for designated driver of the year.
Yeah, well, it's good, My yeah, I learned to drive at a real young age, and I learned to drive fast on surfaces that were not meant to go fast on. Dirt, gravel, grass. Grass is the worst thing in the world. Uh, but it's fun, and doing that little drive in that little Ranger. I thought I was in the daggone oh shoot, like them old square BMWs that they always used to rally race back in the 80s and 90s. You know which ones I'm talking about. That's what I
The
felt
little
like I was over
M3, I
there,
think what they would like the little M3s or something maybe,
Uh, I thought it
or
was
318s or
C-Class.
325s or something like that.
Yeah. That's what I thought. It's the way I felt whenever I was out there driving, man. I'll tell you what. if anybody's ever been around through West Virginia, you come up 77 from the south, from Virginia, Tennessee area, and you get to Charleston. Well, you got interstates that split. You got 77 keeps going straight. You got 64 that goes eastbound or westbound, and then whenever you came into West Virginia, 64 went eastbound. So 77, 64 is combined there. Well, there's an interstate that starts in Charleston and runs straight to Erie at 79. And that road right there is one of the funnest things in the world to drive on as fast as you can. At exit 67 on 79, I made it from there to Charleston and 15 miles back up and then 5 miles over on 2-lane road in 35 minutes one time. Now, that's the kind of speed record or speed comps I like.
Absolutely.
That was in an 82 Ford F100 with a 68 Model 302 in it. No 4-barrel, nothing. But it's fun,
Yes, sir.
So what you still doing detailing, or what do you do for a living?
Yes, sir. I still do auto detailing.
Have you ever heard of auto glass or first finish wax?
Yes. First finish. We used to use that. I used to be a manager at the Mercedes-Benz dealership for like 5 years.
Right.
And that's all we used to use with that first place finish or whatever.
Now,
Whatever
you
it
know
is.
where it
We
was
used to
made,
use
right?
that. Huh?
You know that started off right here in Charleston, West Virginia.
Oh, yeah.
And Auto Glass is the partner that started the business with him, split off because they had a falling out. Well, he took and changed one little thing on the mix of the molecules or whatever of the compound and started his own wax company as well. And that's some of the best. That was before all this acrylic and stuff come out. That hard coating.
Ceramic coating.
Yeah. One of the best daggone, like literally 1 year car waxes that ever was made. I used it a lot. Especially on that week that I was working for Mr. Love, doing his Lexuses for the luxury loft. I took and I'd always go, I'd wash them, clean them, get them all down. And a lot of them I even clay barred because a lot of the cars that we're getting over here in the East Coast are coming in on the West Coast, and then they're getting railed over here to certain ports to where they get onto the trucks and then to the dealerships. And that rail dust is hell on a car. Have you ever seen one come off track? Come off the rails? You've got a clay bar. That's the only way to get that stuff off.
No, it's not.
Really?
Iron remover.
Really?
Iron remover. Yeah, iron remover.
Okay.
Spray it on there. If you spray iron remover on it, it turns purple.
Okay.
Like you ever seen that stuff you spray on the rims and it'll turn purple?
Yeah, I got you.
Iron remover. If you spray it on the first thing is you gotta dampen the car. That's number one.
Yeah.
Like wet the car.
Yeah.
Then you spray the iron remover on it, and everything that was on it that was like all that rail dust, everywhere because that rail dust is really
iron chips
metal.
on the wheels and
It's really brake dust, the metal from the brakes that's getting up on the cars.
Mm-hmm.
So that stuff is basically embedded in the paint. So you hit it with that iron remover, because if you hit it with a clay bar, you mar the paint. And if you mar the paint, you gotta polish it. See what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
when I worked at Mercedes dealership, so many of those big S550s, S650s, all black, come off of the truck with all that rail dust on it. You hit it with a clay bar, and some of the guys that, because they just let everybody, pick which car you want to pick and detail it, right? Some of the guys, they'll go get a showroom car, a car that's supposed to be in the showroom, and they'll get it and they'll start clay barring it. And then management will come back there and say, "Hey, Ty, how did you let this car get by you?" I'm like, "Man, I told them don't do that car." And then they did it anyway. So then I got to sit there and polish the car out, stay late. Sometimes I used to listen. That's the reason why I started my business back up. I started my business originally in 2000. Of course, behind every triumph is a failure. You know what I'm saying? So when I first started it, it went like I couldn't balance everything out. So it didn't go as planned. So I worked at the dealership, and dude, I used to stay up there sometime to 10:30 at night. I get there 7:30 in the morning, 10:30 at night is when I leave there. Like, bro, I couldn't keep doing that. So I had to start my own business and do my own thing. He's upside down hanging from the ceiling, fellas. Alex, come get him. What's going on? He's on the ceiling.
I don't know.
He's
All of a
bouncing off
sudden
the
it went
ceiling
black
over
and
there.
you froze. There wasn't nothing. There wasn't nothing there for a minute. Everything went black and it wasn't me passing out.
You are upside down. You are
I am.
upside down. How was that?
What the hell is that? Alex, what are you doing?
Alex, what?
I had to go check on something. I leave and all of a sudden you're going crazy.
Alex,
Am I upside down?
he climbed up the ceiling. He climbed up on the ceiling. Jeez Louise.
There you go.
I didn't move my camera at all. It was sitting still. All of a sudden, everything went black.
Oh my
And it's
God.
still glitching.
Alex, he was up on Alex, he got up on the ceiling, man. I couldn't believe it. Look, he's
Am
doing
I
it
back
again.
up there?
Yes. Yes, you're on the ceiling. Oh my goodness. This right here is
He's
hilarious.
dancing on the ceiling.
That's a good one. That is a
Hey,
good one.
that was a good trick. Whoever helped me do that. By God, it was.
Oh,
That's
my
how
goodness.
long. That's how long a delay there is. Huh. Chad, you messing with me? I mean, Corey, you messing with my live now too?
Yeah, I got a couple of new crawler bills I gotta take care of. I got this one. It's been over here on my desk. Jeez Louise. I supposed to get it finished one day, but we'll see.
Hold on there, but quit moving my screen.
That's nice.
Of course, I gotta figure out shop. Well,
I can't hear now.
not really where to put the shop there. I gotta figure out like some the right size screws with the nuts to actually fit on here. But we'll see. I think I may have some screws. I gotta look through my kits. I got my screw kits I got over here. I may have some screws to fit it. I got that one. I got another LCG chassis that I'm supposed to put on this Bronco right here. Got an LCG chassis to go on this bad boy right here. This one right here is definitely overweighted. I put way too much on this one right here. Like this car right here is like I overdid it. Like you can overdo a crawler, and I think I did it with this one right here.
I don't know, Nathan. I don't know what you messed with because you went staticky for
I
a
can't
second.
hear y'all.
We can hear you though.
I can't hear you all.
We can hear you.
And there's nothing on my settings that's got anything turned off.
Click on the little
It's a
down
volume on the side of
arrow
your
on your
phone.
microphone underneath it.
It's probably the volume on his phone. Because every time I went through that before out on my live stream, everybody can hear me, but I couldn't hear them. But I end up hitting the button and turn the volume all the way down on my phone. Or is he experiencing bad weather?
No, he did something in his messing with his phone. He did something because I can tell the audio
I can't hear
changed
shit.
almost like he got a phone call.
You might have to back out and come back. He can't hear us anyway.
Yeah, he can't hear us, but
That sucks.
yeah. Yeah, I wonder if Earl's still in the chat on the YouTube side because I can't type in the chat to let him know to try to mess with his microphone at the bottom of his screen. That little drop
I can't
down
hear
arrow.
nothing, guys.
So,
I don't know what's going on. I swear it's acting like my phone got hacked again.
Oh my goodness.
I don't have any control of nothing.
I wonder what that's about.
I don't know what happened. Guys, I'm sorry, but I'm going to end it. I apologize, everybody,
No
but
problem.
I don't have any control and I can't hear. If
Hey, don't worry. I come,
Wait a minute,
Alex.
as long as I'm
You can
still
interpret. You can
live,
interpret
as
this.
long as you,
You can interpret this,
all
Alex.
right,
I
I'm
come
going to
back.
try
I come
something,
back anytime.
and if it works, I'll be right back. If it don't work,
Oh, okay.
peace out, Girl Scouts. Urban, thank you for coming. I'll be right back.
Yeah, he probably just did the back out, and it probably come back in, and it'll probably be fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
But yeah, I experience audio issues all the time over there on StreamYard. Sometimes I have to start 10 minutes late because I'm back there fooling with the audio. I'm like, dude, what is going on? Because I try to get my headphones to work, and then sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. It's like I can hear through them, but they can't hear me through my mic. My mic is probably not working tonight.
Hey, there, it's working. Can y'all
Oh,
hear me?
shit. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
see, my microphone, I'm not even hooked up to, because when I put my boom up like this, it's supposed to be muted.
I got you.
Evidently
Uh,
not. So evidently y'all hearing me through the audio through the phone.
Yeah.
I wasn't hearing nobody on nothing. Could you all hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Okay.
can hear you the whole time.
Right. Well,
Dancing on the ceiling and everything.
yeah. Well, that's what I was dancing on the set. But
Hey, you
I
said my
swear it
phone
was
might
like
be
somebody
hacked
got
again.
like it was like somebody hijacked my damn stream or something.
Hmm.
I didn't move the phone to do nothing, and all of a sudden I was dancing on the ceiling, and all of a sudden there wasn't no more audio.
You don't have bad weather or anything, do you?
No, and I've got good cell service and good Wi-Fi.
I don't know what that's about. No telling.
Yeah, that's wild. But I forgot that as long as you don't hit end on your live stream, you can turn it off and it'll still stay playing
Oh,
as long
it'll
as
stay
somebody's
on.
doing
It'll stay on forever.
it. And yeah, so oh well, that was weird. Not enough excitement for the night. I can show y'all how I can dance on the ceiling.
Let me see what
Now,
I can print out for the grandkids.
there you go.
Grandkids in town this weekend. Ooh wee.
Now I did take a powered drone one time and disassemble it and make an airboat out of it. That was pretty fun. It's in pieces now, but it was a proof of concept just to see if it worked. So that's the reason I'm building that bigger boat, because you always got to have a bigger boat.
Yeah, I want to try to get into building some airplanes and stuff. That's my goal, man. My goal is to like start printing out everything I want instead of buying. You
There
know,
you go. That's
like it's
awesome.
a lot of like it's just the same way y'all build your crawlers from scratch. You building that I forgot what's the name of that one you building, and then Alex building that one he building. Like
Oh yeah, yeah.
everybody's building things. It's just like it's so cool to watch the process and seeing what people are building. Because the stuff that people are building are man, that stuff is way cooler than stuff that you can buy from the store. Let's be honest.
Yep. And that's what I told him. You don't see very many people whatsoever that are taking and making an RC out of a model. Most people take and put a model body on an RC. That takes a lot of stuff up here to get going right and to do. There's some channels that are doing similar stuff, I think, but I don't know. But taking an RC crawler and making stuff like Stay Small does, or oh shoot. There's one channel that takes and just scale as heck, man. I mean, like you're watching his videos and sometimes you got to make sure that that's an RC car because it's shot so well and the truck's done so well uh, that it's awesome. And that's what he's doing with that daggone diecast, man. It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
I
you're
mean,
right.
I don't know if it's going to be scale like that, but
Right,
you
but
know,
I'm
I
just
figured
saying.
I'd give it a shot on trying to actually use 90% of them die cast instead of just finding a frame and building from there.
Right. And I really want to get into the 3D printing because, like I was saying earlier, there's a lot of ideas up here in this file cabinet that need to come out.
Look at all this stuff right here that you can print out. Like you
My
can literally
Lord.
print out some of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Body mounts, magnet body mounts, wheels. Yeah.
Yeah.
And all these files are free.
Right.
Like you can go
Now,
through
if you get a
you can
free
go to Maker
file.
World and like you can get your little crawler tracks.
Oh, yeah.
Like you can
Yeah.
print out some of everything, man. This like 3D printing it just really unlocks your RC
Yeah.
capabilities of things you can do with your
Yeah.
RC cars.
Yeah. Ask Nate's RC. He's got a whole dang crawler course that's 3D printed and is modular, and it is wicked, dude. I mean, wicked.
Yeah, I had started printing out the 3D printed crawler rocks, and it was in like squares of I want to say like 6x6 squares. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And of course, I printed out 2 or 3 of them, but then I stopped. I said, man, this right here is gonna take forever because they got like 20 different pieces, bro.
Oh,
But
dude.
it's like so cool. Just imagine 20 different sets, 20 different pieces. Then you can
That
print out
means,
2 or 3 of each one of them, and then put them together and make like the ultimate crawler course.
dude, I mean, there's so many different options. You take 20 times 20 to get the multiple. I mean, it's exponentially amount of a different course. You can change your course up and move 2 pieces a day and still have not be running the same course after a year.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, that's
This
wild.
this the ones I was printing out right here.
Similar to what he's doing, except I think his are 8 or 10 inches
Yes.
square.
Yeah.
Yeah, his yeah, man, those are sweet.
Like look how many different pieces it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
And I don't even
And
think they printed out every one of them.
that's sweet. Now, did that take a lot of filament?
Oh yeah, it took a lot. That right there takes a nice amount of filament each square.
Right.
Now, but does it take a whole roll of filament? No, definitely not.
Right.
And then like
Because there's
nine
a
times
lot
out of
of
10, you'll be
smaller
able to look on
spots.
Facebook Marketplace or somewhere and find filament for $10 to $12 a roll, and you can print out buku items. Like just man, you can literally print out so much stuff with one roll of filament as long as you don't have a lot of failures. You have a lot of failures, then or if your build plate is not clean, it won't stick. You definitely want to make sure your build plate is clean, and if you move your printer, definitely calibrate your printer.
Yeah, because you can get them things out of level.
Yeah, and then
Down.
they are most of them like I said, the new ones. They have the auto leveling sequence. Like it does literally everything. Like if I fire this thing up right now, it's gonna automatically uh auto level and run through like several different things before it starts. Auto leveling, purging, what is it? Flow. It checks the flow of the daggone filament and all of that.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yours was free too, Waffles. I seen that was a good video. I didn't actually know that you played with your trucks very often. I just
Ah,
thought you built them.
get them, Alex.
Earlier in the comments, Mrs. Waffles said she's the one that breaks them. He's the one that fixes them.
Yeah, because she don't know how to step off the right pedal. She's like me. She right pedal, right pedal, right pedal. What Mike said. So I mean, But yeah, it was good to see actually see Waffles' cars in action. He does good videos and build them, and especially when he went to that big wrecker thing out there in Las
Vegas.
Vegas. that was cool as heck. But getting to see him out there and actually go play, that was what was cool. That was a pretty good spot too, right there underneath the bridge. You live in a van down by the river. Sorry, I had to. I couldn't do it in the chats because it just wouldn't have come out like that. And I knew I'd get you. I'd get on there with you and be able to do it. But yeah, that was good stuff. And I got to be able to work.
Now I'm over here looking at this SX24 stuff. Now I've been printing out all the stuff for my bigger scale car, larger scale cars. I get on here with y'all. Now I'm looking at crawler stuff. Now I'm gonna be hooked printing crawler stuff for the next week or two.
Right. That's the way it works, man. And I think there'd be a lot of other things like what you were doing with those covers for M shocks and stuff that could be 3D printed for other types of cars. But then you've got to go into the durability side of it. What's, in your opinion, that you've found so far, what's the best material to print out of for durability?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I printed out this. Where's it at? I printed out this boat right here. And like I said, I printed out. I had it printed out in two pieces because my plate is small, so I had to cut it right here. This is the seam where I cut it in the middle, and then I glued it together. I literally tried to break it in half. I tried my best to break it. Right here's my seam. I had to cut it. It's actually three pieces. This piece right here is a separate piece, but this from here to here is supposed to be one piece. But I had to cut it to make it fit my build plate, and I glued it together. I use I don't know if y'all can see that. I use clear medical tape down in there to hold it together and super glue, right? And that stuff bind together. Right. That stuff is like a cast. I tried to break this boat in half, kept flexing it, and I end up cracking it. Let me see, where did it crack it? Because I glued it back together. It cracked on one of these sides.
And you just used super glue, did you say? And
just tape? Regular super glue. Just regular super glue. And this right here, clear medical tape. This stuff, when you put the super glue down, then lay this down on top of it, then put like a coating of super glue on top of it, spread it out. Man, that stuff bound up like a cast. Bro, I tried to break this boat in half and literally did not break. Like, of course, I snapped this end off of it because I didn't put enough glue on it. But I tried to break it. I was trying to break it right in the middle, and it did not break. I ended up cracking it right here on the edge, close to this opening.
Now, have you ever done the super glue and baking soda?
Yes, absolutely, I have.
It works good. I heard cinnamon was good to use.
Yeah, I've done the super glue and baking soda on a lot of the Red Cat cars I had. Red Cats are notorious for stripping out the plastic. The older Red Cats. Before everybody jump on me,
I was getting ready to say, you boys in the chat, they gonna give you down the road here in a minute.
hey, they be ready to get on me. Everyone is ready to get on me as soon as I say something about Red Cat. Man, listen, the older ones, they suck. We all know that. Because Red Cat copied what HSP, they basically the same cars,
Right. See it. That's where you all are out of my league on that one, because I don't know anything about some of the older stuff. I never got to watch it come out and happen. Remember the old Midnight Pumpkins and the the Grasshopper 2s. That's whereas I was getting out of the hobby, and then blank pretty much through the whole Traxxas and beginning of Red Cat years, and then a year and a half ago I started back. So,
well, talking about Red Cat, here's a question for you, Urban. Since you've gotten a 3D printer, have you actually tried to find the old 3D print files when Red Cat first came out, when they were offering 3D print files for you to 3D print your stuff instead of buying?
I did not know they offered that. So I have to look up that. No, I knew nothing. See, you making the light bulb go off right now. So now you're about to make me have to say, oh man, so I can search for Red Cat files and possibly print out some of the stuff that they have, the older stuff. Oh my goodness. Don't worry, I'll definitely be looking into that.
Hey, RC Granny's got a question for you. What boat you? What motor you running in that motor setup? You running in that boat?
I'm running a 1400 kV brushless outrunner motor on this thing.
I hear you.
It came in a kit for an airplane. Actually came with the ESC, the motor, and 2 servos. It came in this box right here.
Right. Now,
Also
somebody been
came with
asking about that white boat.
some propellers that
Heck yeah.
that don't fit this, because this thing, the motor and everything is really for an airplane. But I'm putting it on an airboat, so I had to use some old FPV quad propellers. That's what I
Yeah.
used, some old FPV quad propellers to actually power that thing, or to make it move.
Right. Right. Now, she might have been talking about the white boat.
The white boat and the black boat are the same.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, one is just white
Yeah,
and
just
one is
didn't
black.
have the
I
fan on it.
started printing the white one first.
Oh, it did. Yeah, okay.
Because this is the color. This is the actual color of the boat that the guy printed off on Maker World, and he has a YouTube video. He printed off in white. It has like a blue canopy right here, blue propellers and things like that. So I decided to print a black one off the exact same way, because the Pro Boat, what is it, the Pro Boat Arrow Trooper?
Yep.
It's black like this, and it has like a little shark, like the shark mouth on the front, and it looks really nice. A $250 boat before the price increase. It's probably $350 now. So I said, hey, this filament, it cost me $15.
Wow.
So I got $15 for a whole roll of filament, $15. So this boat really cost me $5 to build, to print out. $7, $10 at the most. Well, no,
Then
$5.
you got your electric parts, and that's it after that, because
because
everything else on that boat you can 3D print.
Exactly. So it was like, you think about it, it was basically for free. Like everything that I print out, honestly, how I look at this whole thing, right? I got $312 invested in this 3D printer. Everything that I print off that I can have fun with, and it's like this boat.
It takes
If I was to buy this boat, I would say I would pay $75 to $100 for this boat right here. Yep. Right?
That knocked that.
So this is $100 I feel like came off the price of this printer.
Amen. That, yeah.
Just like that Willie bar I printed out for the Rustler. That's a good $15. The pillow balls for the Typhon. That was a good $10-15. Like all this stuff I print out, you know.
And the filament isn't costing a whole lot of money, and you get a lot of products out of a roll of filament too, unless you're making something big like a SCX body or crawler course. I can see where that could be fiscally, financially, it'd be good for your pocket.
Yeah, because the supports is what actually
take up a lot of the
burns up so much filament when you add in so many supports. But you need the supports to hold the part up, because if you just try to print it out, sometimes it'll be floating on the build plate, and you think you set it down and have it sitting flat, and it's not flat. Right. So it has to have supports. Like, okay, let me see. Say I was printing out, I don't know. I don't have nothing loose right now.
Waffle says you need to stop now. He's gonna have to get one.
Oh yeah, man, you're gonna unlock your real potential, your RC potential, because you can print out everything everything RC related. And this, let me show you something else. Like I even went as far as started printing out tools, guys. This is a caliper to actually measure things.
Yep.
3D print.
Yeah, it ain't a brake caliper, people. That's what is used to measure. It's called a caliper too.
This is an actual screw tool where I can check out, like, say I'm building the cars. Like I do a lot of
figure out what size the threads are.
I know I can figure out what size screw and what length screw I need.
Yeah.
you
That's
know,
sweet.
or if I take a screw out of a car and I need to match it up, say I strip a screw out, boom, I can lay it right here. I can find out the length. I put the head right here and I lay it down. I find out the length of it. Then I can stick it in one of these holes. I can find out the size. Like this is another little thing you can print out on 3D printer. Let me see. FPV quad stands. All right.
Yeah. Yep. You can make RC car
Check
stands.
this out. Micro B. This is a FPV quad stand again. And guess what? I got a micro B on it. Look like it's jumping, like it's landing off the ramp. I got another one somewhere around here. Where is it at? Oh. And this one, I had it sitting like this. Look like it's jumping off the ramp.
That's awesome. I remember whenever you were showing that day. Now, do you like the micro B or do you have the micro? Have you tried out the micro T yet?
No, I didn't go for the micro T. I just went for the micro B. I said, I mean, because they sell a truggy body that I can pay 25, 30 bucks for. That'll fit that car. So I don't really see a reason to buy it. And I have two of them.
Now, there's one thing I did see that they did in between those two that was different is they put the same size tires on the front as they did the back, and it made a lot of difference in it. What Exo Cage was talking, and who else was talking about it? Might have been Tom Lee. RC was talking about how the wider tires on the front made it. What in the world? That's a diff.
A little tray where you can put all your
Okay. I
stuff
was just
on,
looking
like
at the
you
size of
working
that
on your
diff
car.
right there.
You
Yeah.
put all your screws and whatever else in there. Got these little pockets. You know what I
Yep.
mean? You just put everything in there. Like literally, like this 3D printing stuff, man.
Yeah.
Dude,
That's awesome.
listen, when you get a 3D printer, you will start printing out everything. Like look,
Mr. Jim Rockwolf's in the house, everybody.
On, Joe.
like you'll
What's up,
start
Jim?
printing out what's going on.
Oh yeah,
Wolf,
tool holder.
Jim.
Shit, yeah.
Like you start printing
That's
out stuff
sweet.
like this to hold your tools. Like
Shoot,
you
yeah.
literally start printing out everything.
That's wild.
Like I went 3D printing crazy, man. I started printing out everything I can think of. Like the little time I've had my printer, I've printed out a number of parts, tools,
God, dude,
bolts.
you already made your money back and more just
Oh,
for
I
printing
feel
your
like,
own stuff.
dude, when I printed out this right here, when I printed out this, even though I haven't even finished it yet, I feel like I got my money back. This with this 3-wheeler right here. I
Oh
feel like
yeah,
I got my money back.
yeah, of course.
Yeah, because I gotta finish putting it together. The guy said that the forks actually bend on this thing no matter what because of the steering angle. So it's another design. I got some files for a different front end and a different triple tree where I can run the Losi Pro Moto front forks on it.
I heard you say that last night
Yeah.
last
So
night or something. Yeah.
I'm waiting on Jenny's to come up with some forks. Whenever they get the forks in stock. Hey, I'll definitely jump on them and we'll make something happen, man. I'll get that thing finished. But for right now, I'm moving on. I'm messing with my boats and I'm about to start printing out a FPV quad probably the next week or two, and that'll be my next 3D print build.
I hear you. So you're gonna make your own quad. That's gonna be fun. That'll look good.
Well, actually, I started printing out one, but I didn't put it together. I should have put it together. This is the cage.
Right. Let me show you out there again there. So I can. Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the cage. I got to screw it together. I printed out part of it in white and part of it in green just so it'll stand out a bit. Of course, I always put everything in a bag so I don't lose it. But yeah, it's for the.
I need to start doing that instead of just using paper plates. I need to use paper plates and gallon Ziploc bags.
Yeah, so it's supposed to fit something like this.
Oh yeah.
The motors
Heck
up.
yeah.
Motors should be mounted right here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
FPV camera should be mounted right here in the front.
Right.
All the electronics should be down in here. But we'll see how this goes, man.
Right.
I just gotta finish my other projects first, man. Then I'll be on to
I
this
hear
one.
you.
Like I got
See, I
so
ended
many
up getting a little
irons in the
cheap
fire,
drone
man.
from a buddy of mine, and
What's that?
I ended up getting a cheap drone or an inexpensive drone from a buddy of mine, and was flying it and couldn't figure out I didn't have any yaw left whatsoever. I could spin left, but I couldn't fly left. And I took the remote apart, and one of the buttons wasn't soldered to the spot it was supposed to be on underneath the joystick. Well, I got it back together. I was ready to fly it. Well, those few times that I flew it without that having on it, and I wrecked, I tore the motor up on one of the motors up. So I took it apart and made an FPV camera out of it for my SCX 24s. And I had the video going and everything, and I'm watching it on my screen, driving it. And I hit the camera button and set the phone. Well, I hit the switch camera button. I didn't know that it had two cameras on. Is what I'm getting at. As I was putting my phone down and I go back to edit the video, all of a sudden I'm looking down through the bottom of my truck watching the daggone drive shaft spin. I didn't know it had two cameras on it. I didn't take it all the way apart. I took the top off. I had the top of the board and stuff there, and I never took and moved the ESC for the drone. I didn't move that board to get down to the camera board yet, to where I'd lifted up the camera board. I'd have saw both cameras, But it freaked me out, dude. I was like, how in the world? And then I finally took it apart and started looking. I was like, oh, okay. That drone wasn't even supposed to have visual hold or anything on it, but it had a camera. Sort of freaked me out. But yeah, you can take those drones and just take the cards out of them and use it for an FPV camera out of a drone that doesn't work anymore because you hit it or got too much grass in the blades and spun your motors up.
Mm-hmm.
They don't give great quality video, but it's still cool. You can FPV your 24, like you do on your 110 crawlers.
Yes, sir. Nice. Jim said what Jim say? Say getting cleanup done for tomorrow's comp. Nice,
Oh yeah,
nice. Testing tires on the clay too.
Have you seen his course?
I've seen a little bit of it. No. You know what? I never seen his course. I seen some
You
of
need to
his
go check it out.
rigs he showed out. Cause I was asking him about some T-Rox 4Ms one time. He was saying,
Yep.
Mofo has some good parts, man. I could
Oh yeah.
throw him a rig.
Hey, I'll tell you what. Right now, this weekend's the best time to go to Mofo. He is slinging parts, boy. I'm telling you, Nick he's in it for the community and he's helping everybody out because he's finally able to get everything back coming out where he's had a little bit of a retool and stuff going on and stuff. And dude, if you need anything for 24/18 scale and some 1/10 scale parts, you can get it at moforc.com. And he's throwing some deals out right now.
That's awesome.
And you won't get better customer service throughout the industry. None. Guarantee it. Best customer service on the planet. If you need assistance, you can get assistance. Say you don't know what you're doing.
What's that mode I keep hearing everybody talking about? What is it? The Revenge of the Pancake? Is that it?
RP, yep.
Is that what it is? Revenge of the Pancake?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
huge mofo discount sales this week.
He's got that big block motor, that brush motor. That's just bang.
Oh, matter of
You know
fact,
what I mean? You got the torque beast, torque beast X.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. He got a new torque beast. It's what is called a torque beast X. Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's the torque beast X, and it's a 050 series motor can, but it's a 30,000 RPM motor. So you're getting, dude, you want to talk about torque. I had that motor in PMAX and I put the X15s on it, okay? I didn't realize how much torque that motor had, especially with bulletproof Bofo metal transmission, that I had a tire get caught in a hole, and I was used to doing it with the Enjoy Purple motor or Amazon special motors.
Mm-hmm.
I got down, and with the 50% underdrive in the X15s was part of why it did it. I was trying to wiggle my car out of the daggone out of that little hole. I spun that front differential gear to where it was as smooth as my head, like that, with them with a Torque Beast X brush motor and the X15s. You know, I mean, yeah, it's a brass gear, but dude, that's a lot of torque, and it didn't do it. But just, I mean, it just instantly spun it with all that torque and all that. I mean, that power made me a believer. And the daggone turning angle that you can get out of the X15s and the 44s. I don't think the 44s get as much as the X15s, but it's not much less if I am not wrong. See right here what he says here. What did you say? Oh, sorry, Jim. I'm trying to get it up there so I can see it. Yeah, the near. Yeah, that word right there. He just said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's because of all the magnets in it. You can actually feel the clicks of the magnet whenever you twist that motor. You can hear it and feel it. There aren't a lot of ESCs that can handle that motor to spin it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So what ESC does he recommend you run with it?
The Rockwolf ESC. It's an AM32 variant, and I'll tell you what, it comes set up right there with you. I mean, it's wicked.
Got you.
Yep. And I'm sure, Granny, that there will be more than one person supplying video from his comp tomorrow. There's all kinds of people that's going to be there that will be streaming it probably. So you'll probably be able to watch three different views.
Did he go to Beat the Creek?
No, he didn't get to make it. Up until Sleek had his wreck, that weekend was the weekend me and Sleek was supposed to go to Jim's. And then everything happened. We wasn't able to. But we're planning on, from what Mr. Sleek Hobby said, why not let me quit phone? We're supposed to be going in August up there to see him. So hopefully we'll be able to get up there in August and get to run that course. But he took and put like drop cloths used for when you're say you're cleaning house door drywall, whatever, something to keep, cover your stuff up, painting. Draped it over everything and soaked it in mortar mix. And I'll have to ask him about what type of mortar, because I can't remember right offhand. And he's got it all formed and he's doing all that. And now he went through and put clay over top of the mortar. And he's making it to where it's natural, just like you would find out here on the road or on the hill, whatever, because that's one thing. And to me, it's what I love about what he's doing is you've got the natural aspect of it. You're not on a styrofoam course. You're not on a 3D printed course, and you're not on a concrete course. You're on a course that is more like the natural conditions outside than anywhere else. Yeah, Portland cement. I can't remember. There's a mix he does with it. It's wicked.
Wow. So you tell me, so the Rockwolf ESC can be set to brushed or brushless.
Yeah.
And you can it comes with the tool to link to your computer to program it.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. Now tell me if I'm wrong, Jim, but you have to let them know when you order it if you want it brushed or brushless.
Okay.
I think. but he'll correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, okay. You probably consider you can hook it to your computer to program it. You probably can convert it to brush or brushless on your computer. But you probably right. You probably can't order it
You've
to
got that
already be
extra wire.
configured.
Well, you've got that extra wire you got to deal with. Where brushed only is a 2-wire, brushless is 3.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
See what I'm saying? So, well, I'm lagging behind on here too.
Yeah.
That would be the
With
reason.
how he's been doing the ESC, if you put a motor and the ESC in your order together, just one motor in that one ESC,
Yeah, he's
they'll
going to make a match.
pre-program it to that motor, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Perfect.
Thank you, Alex. I was getting ready to ask that too.
Can anybody give me a general range of how much that brushless system might cost? For the ESC
For
motor?
ROP and
About
ESC?
150, about 150, 200 bucks somewhere in there.
No, not that
No.
much.
More than that?
Just the motor and ESC is probably just shy of 100.
Yeah, I was going to say anywhere between 80
or
and
right at 100. Because I
Wow.
want to say the ESC's 50, 55, the motors are 30 something.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's not a lot of places that you can get a brushless system like that that's going to be as well made and have come local pretty much. It's I mean, it's awesome.
$55.99 for the ESC.
Yeah, roughly $100 for the ESC and motor.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha. Well,
Thank you,
pretty
Mr.
darn
Wolf.
cool.
Yeah, and and you're supporting local. You know what I mean? Nick is a small company.
I'll be right back. Too much hydration. I'll be right back.
I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to work on this. I got to get my computer fixed. That's plain and simple because I can't do this.
Yeah.
It's been detrimental to my podcast output. And the squishy stuff being in between my ears is also not wanting to work very good today.
Yeah.
So it is, daggone, we're going almost 3 hours.
Yeah.
Well, it drive a 3 foot long set. We're talking 24 scale stuff, not 185,000 pound stuff or waffles. What you need is a drill motor, to be honest. It's what I would put in it. I'd put in one of the DeWalt 20 volt impact motors is what I'd put in it.
Yeah, look, here you go, Ty. That is a Nano Beast and the Rockwolf ESC right next to it.
Can you put them on solo WV?
Yes, sir. I'm trying to. My daggone fat thumbs will work.
Oh wow. Oh yeah, that is the motor. Okay. Oh wow, yeah, that's nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the motor I saw one night when I was watching Mofo's live stream he was showing.
Yeah. Yeah, that combo right there is, I think, just shy of $100.
Nice. Max Paul, how you doing?
I was getting ready to say we got Mofo Max in the house.
Yeah. What's going on, man?
Yes,
What's
sir.
going on?
Can we check out a couple of those crawlers up there? I mean, what we got right there? Is that a UTB 18 up there to the right?
Yeah. This is
Hey, wait a minute.
UTB
Wait a minute
18.
there.
Jason Earl
Show him
sent me.
Okay, yeah. After that, show him the stripper you got.
But yeah. Whenever Earl sent it to me, it was all black. I kind of tried to do the best little fade job I could on it.
Did a good job.
Hey, it looks good to me.
Yeah. So yeah. I just find it funny that they still call it an 18 scale. That sucker looks like it's damn near a 12.
Hey, that's the 12th scale all day long.
Yeah.
I don't know why they called it an 18.
Yeah.
Now, show him that truck I'm talking about,
Um,
Alex.
I know what truck you're talking about. The one that was
Huh?
just sitting on its side and decided to lose everything. I kind of started
Yeah,
tearing it back
Strippers,
apart
that's what,
again.
dude. It laid over on its side. All he did, there wasn't nothing hung. He hit the go button on it, and it stripped 4 gears out of a 6 geared transmission.
Ooh-wee. And what kind of power system was in there?
This is your RTR Hobby Wing Mini 24, which is what comes in at stock. This is still a stock rig and 72 mil XHX Endura comp pins on 1.3 wheels is what stripped everything.
Wow.
See, I told him he needed to put a daggone Ford rear end and transmission in that thing if he was going to have Ford motor in it, but he just wouldn't listen.
Oh man. Well,
Hey, I got to give him a hard time because if I didn't, he'd think I was mad at him. Yeah,
But it's
Jim
but
out. Oh, my screen's messing up. But guys, I'm gonna have to call it because this dog won't leave me alone, and I got to go to a potty break too. I
hey,
want to thank you, Urban, for coming, man. It's been awesome fun, dude. And
hey,
I
I
love coming
appreciate
on
you
your
having me,
lives and
man.
hanging out.
Hey, I
Yep.
appreciate you having me, man. I'll come back
yeah, Jim,
anytime.
that's the juice up.
And I want to thank everybody in the chat, everybody that came over from Urban's channel and everything. Everybody's here supporting us all. I want to appreciate you, every one of y'all, man. I really do appreciate it. And like I said, Urban, much love to you, brother. Because if I wouldn't have watched yours, I'd have never thought about doing something like that now. And I think it's going to work out good doing this. So I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Alex, thanks for
definitely,
your
definitely.
help.
Oh, it's
And how
definitely
many we
gonna work
still
out.
got in the chat? 13.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the 13 in the chat, man. You
Some
guys
of
are
our
awesome.
community would say it's still a party, Nathan.
Yep, yep. It's
Yes,
always a
sir.
party as long as we're around. J Man, RC Granny, Rock Wolf. Let's see. I know we got Waffles and Mrs. Waffles in the chat still yet. Thank you all for coming. Jim's RC, Max Paul, Coffee Cup. Let's see. I'm still rolling through here. RC Revolution, you still here? Thanks, brother. Um, Everybody else, if I missed you, cuss me tomorrow. I take it. But I really appreciate it. And so whenever I was actually asking you about doing sort of a spin off of that, doing something from everywhere around, I
Mhm.
understand now what you was doing because you're doing that on your show already with your with all the guys you bring on. I thought for some reason I thought all y'all hung out, y'all lived right there in Philadelphia with old Lyndon. I don't know why,
Absolutely,
but
absolutely not. You got
yeah,
you got me in North Carolina. You got Lyndon in Philadelphia.
Really?
You got Louis in New Jersey. You got Watt in hold on, Minnesota. No. Just Bashing It is in Minnesota.
yeah. I was gonna say I did know
Uh,
Just Bashing was in Minnesota because I did ask him.
Watt is in Michigan. Uh,
Okay,
Corey is in Mississippi. Icons is in Cleveland. Sergeant J is in Colorado. And Philly Sword is in Philly. So them the only two, Linden and Philly Sword, them the only two that's close to each other. Everybody else is like
right,
scattered
right.
about, you know.
I need to
Yeah,
hit up Sergeant Jay. He's only 40 minutes from me.
yeah. Sergeant
Hey,
J love
where's
them
Unknown
problems,
from?
man. Huh?
Where's Unknown from?
Unknown. I I I don't know. I can't think of where he's from.
I
Unknown.
can't either. Because I run that. I saw him before on the Zoom meeting that they do on Thursday nights. Him and Tank and
I don't think
Kurt.
he's from Florida because I remember him going to Florida, but I think he was in Florida on vacation. So I don't think he's from Florida though.
Right.
I don't know. Your guess is good.
Okay, well, Rockwell, where's from?
What'd you say?
That's sort of the reason that I asked why Rock was here is because Rock was friends with him too, I thought. But it's kicking me out of
His phone's going crazy
He's
again.
dancing on the ceiling again, guys.
Again.
Hey, it's really a party now. He's dancing on the ceiling.
You're gonna have to come out and come back in.
Yeah, well, I'm getting ready to bounce anyway, guys, because I got to pee and Diesel won't leave me alone. So it means he's got to pee, and he's a big dog and he makes a big mess. So I thank you all. I appreciate it. If I don't see y'all for mating season, you know what to do. Peace out, Girl Scouts. Thank you, everybody, for coming.